man.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm working on it.
Work on it. Well, you folded.
Raise. 525.
That's a meaty boy. Not today, Satan.
525. Big Daddy Chad's free bets too.
From last night. Guy from last night.
GM with the pocket 10.
Yeah, that's kind of nice when you straddle. Not everyone can play that well.
GM, the man of few words, will lay it down.
What's his name? I can't remember. Like the guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm like
10 years to do like online games.
Oh, Tony G? Yeah, Tony G, where he did that to Phil Helmut. He's like, no, I didn't look. I didn't look.
of course Phil.
He's like, no, you lied. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's poker. We're not playing a kid's game here. Yeah, that was great. And then he just rode him the rest of the time. Like, get on your bike.
I kind of wish that helmet.
T1000 with 9-10 suited makes the call.
These two with another showdown. Flush draw.
I don't know, but that was
for the 1,000.
That was pretty good.
That was shitty.
I think he looked like a chump, dude. He just got sucked out on.
Small blind BDC. Action is on him, reaching for chips.
For the cooler.
400.
$400 makes the call. To the turn we go. Pot at 2,000.
Deuce of hearts. T1000 with a bunch of outs.
You're probably thinking right now, you wish they didn't let us get the chips. You could have went out to Austin, saved some money.
Bro, nah, it's all good. It's still early.
Yeah.
Oh, I've accepted it. I never win in Austin, ever.
Wasn't bad.
I know.
It wasn't bad. It's not like we're playing a tight game over here.
You see, you're fucking sitting down, guy. Why are you raising?
I got the advantage.
$1,300 is the price. Overs and a flush draw on a paired board for T1000. What does he want to do? Chris is asking me if I like NYC bagel. Yeah, New York City bagels, of course, the greatest. Makes the call. Going to be interesting to see if a blank falls on the river. Ooh, and that's not a blank. That's the action card that everybody wants. Flush for T1000. Two pair now for BDC. Will he slow down? Blocker type bet, value bet, who knows? Could see him checking perhaps. All options in play, but Chaz usually takes the more aggressive route. Doesn't have a spade in his hand, not blocking that. Would the T1000 chase his flush on a paired board the entire way? Maybe. Looks to be going for value.
3,100.
And that is hefty value, 3,100. You know the T1000 never folding after coming along this way, only contemplating raising or not. I think he'll just elect on a call. But raising definitely an option. That's what he is trying to process in his mind. Not afraid of a boat. What do you think, Rick? Are we ripping it all, or are we just flatting here?
I mean, he's ripping it all. I mean, Big Daddy Chaz only has
4,000
behind.
You think we're going all in? You don't think 3,100 is enough? You're going to get greedy and go for it all, perhaps being crushed?
There is.
Just makes the call.
Just makes the call.
Flush is good. Take it down, young fella.
And we hit overtime.
Sticky Cinnabon here.
Congratulations, folks.
Just calls the straddle here.
On the stand-up contestants, making a go.
Yeah, I was just like pre-flop. I was just like, please 4 bets so I can jam. Yeah, I thought about ripping it.
On the river? Huh? On the river, right?
No.
Oh, pre. Yeah, that makes a play.
But
Aces for Rory, queens for T1000, jacks for Cinnabon.
Oh my goodness.
Stand-up game catastrophe. Just as we get to overtime, you guys are rewarded here with perhaps the hand of the day.
1,500. Rory with his aces. Been waiting for a hand like this.
And Cinnabon here thinks he's been trapping the entire way, but with all of this action in front of him, what does he do here?
All in.
Rips it all in, and the action's going to be on the T1000 with the ladies. We saw him lay down jacks already once today. Will he be laying down queens? It would be an excellent laydown. But there's always that little voice in the back of your head, an angel or a devil, perhaps, saying, don't be an idiot. You can't fold queens on stream. And look at the pain on this man's face.
How you doing, Jay? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Ready to sit down, though.
That sick feeling, aces, queens versus jacks.
Looks like it'll be between me and you.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Haven't seen one of these in a while. Hand number 65. We'll remember this on June 1st, 2022. T1000, perhaps our largest stack at the table, sitting on close to 17,000.
Could he lay this down?
And you remember Cinnabon here just limped. So he just limped under the gun, which is very, very strong after all of this action. A 3-bet, 4-bet, and then 5-bet jam after limping. Usually always aces or kings.
This would be a first. If he folds queens, he would have folded jacks and queens pre-flop. Never seen that on the street. He does lay it down. What a laydown.
Twice is good.
Okay, we're gonna go 2 times.
And we're going to go twice.
So what do you want to sandwich here? You pick them.
Yeah. Are we
I'm going with the Cinnabon.
All right. I got aces. You got jacks.
First board only.
First board only.
Maybe both boards. We'll see how it goes.
6-6 setup.
Neither of us get a
Ace is
sandwich.
still well in the lead here. No jack.
That was so
We're going to need
close.
a 4 for a chop.
No, he has aces.
We're going to lock that one up for Rory. We're running it another board.
I didn't waste the jack at least.
Queen of diamonds.
Sandwich bet off from second board.
Yeah, we're good.
4-7-5.
Cinnabon looking for a jack, or he will be felted. Another ace. Lock this one up.
It's over.
Set. Easy game. Under the gun after the straddle. 2 red ladies.
What a nice guy Boston Jimmy was, joining us in the bunker.
Aces for Ethan.
Uh-oh. Danger Will Robinson.
And Eli is going to cold call the 3-bet here. Calls 430 rather quickly. And what will Jimmy do here? 1.1 in the middle. All 4,500 of you in the chat being rewarded with this train wreck upon us.
Ethan very deep. 6K in front of him.
Also pretty stuck. Boston Jimmy just gonna call. Good for him on not raising there, because that's never getting through, obviously. Just decides on a call up against it, and it's a king high flop, pen, and a 6
Look at
behind
those
him.
spades for Eli.
Flush draw for Eli.
Everybody a little something, something. Goes check, check. Over to Jimmy. Makes it 800.
800 here. Jimmy wants to see where he's at. Efan likely to raise right now. Might make this something like 2,000. Let's see what he wants to do. Eyeing up his chip count, rubbing a knuckle or two. Maybe putting one of his opponents on ace-king, saying they're about to pay me. Let's get paid. Carving out a tower of black chips.
Looks like about 2,200, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
2,200 would be correct for Efan 2.0. And what is Eli going to do here? Probably going to rip it. If he wanted to get involved in this hand, he's not cold calling a 3-bet, seeing a flop like this and getting away with all of this action. I think he doesn't need limits. Soda on the side, all you can eat buffet on a Wednesday. Boston Jimmy now put in the blender. Boston Jimmy folds, Efan snap calls, and these boys are going to be running it twice. Pot at 12K, one of the biggest ones of the afternoon. Who runs better than Mike Eli? It's debatable if anybody does. Efan's been running pretty sour lately on table 11.
Under the lights.
But he's ahead here. They're going to be running it 2 times. Always nice to win the first one. Another king here. Can Efan fade this river? No, he cannot. Flush gets there. Lock one up board for Eli. We're running it twice. And we're going to go chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
As it gets closer, you know, poker players are procrastinators. You know, a week before the series, I'm sure the satellites will start picking up steam. But when you're, you know, a couple weeks out, it's just tough to get those going. But we will promote them as much as we can. Try to get as many of those satellites going as possible. The LCS is geared towards bigger buy-ins. The Mayhem series that we run twice a year is, broad to the big amount of people. So this LCS is going to be a little deeper buy-ins. We're trying to sprinkle in some smaller stuff so for everyone can play in, but you know, obviously we're going to have, you know, the main event is a 3K buy-in. We have a high roller event and just some deeper buy-ins, but that's what that was geared towards.
Doug with pocket sixes. Coins with pocket fives and mixing it up pocket jacks. We do a normal sandwich bet here.
I'm in for the sandwich bet.
All right, sandwich bet. What are you picking?
Taking the jiggities.
All right, I'll take the sixes. I'll take Mr. Polk.
God, Doug runs so pure in these spots, though.
For a sandwich, if a jack comes, I owe the Poobah a sandwich.
I haven't been to hoodies in a long time. I'm having withdrawals.
If a six comes, look at this. This is escalating nicely.
Oh, man.
That worked out well. You got a pot here, boys.
$2,500 skillet.
Texas heads up. 4 ways. 2,500 pop. Jiggity, come on.
And neither of us picked the five.
I almost picked
and
coins. I almost.
Seti McGetty for coins. Mixing up. It's tough for mixing it up because Jack's on a 9-high board. He's going to think he's maybe good here.
Yeah.
And he's going to make a huge bet. That's a lot of brisket right there.
1,000.
1,000.
Is Seti in the hand? I can't see because of the box. I don't know if Seti is.
Seti is in the hand.
He does.
And Doug is going to fold.
Doug's going to fold pretty quickly.
And coins is going to raise it up. He doesn't have enough hands to push all the chips that he wants to push in there.
Can I call for multiple or just one?
He raised to 2K.
You gotta factor that into your pre-flop range, you know? I can only call for one. So, think about that.
Maybe you can call.
Pairs are good.
Oh, so you can be like, okay, I'll take one of these or one of those.
Tough spot. Such a dry board. You know, mixing getting raised here. You know, deuces, fives, definitely in the range.
Ooh, all in. Quick call. Coins is going to show the bad news. Set of fives versus jacks. 2 outs for mixing it up. Jack of spades, jack of hearts. Oh, the jack of hearts. Mixing it up. There is a 5 available. It does not come. Mixing it up, catches lightning in a bottle.
Wow.
And Coins has had that happen to him, and he did it to somebody, and the smile of, oh my goodness, flop a set, 2 outed.
37-75.
37-75, mixing it up. Skull Mike, watching from Grand Rapids. Error watching from Pyongyang. Belgium, Camp Pendleton, Wharton,
It's like a cash game, but the
Germany, Rip City.
The cage,
Helizona.
Lots of
Next door
people.
neighbors.
The Woodlands, Texas. Thank you all for watching.
That's pretty cool. You guys got fans everywhere.
You know, did I ask
Italy.
you this question?
who's up, who's down. Like there's a story.
Ireland and India. After this hand, I want to ask you a question. I may have asked this to you. 10-8-3.
3 is a hot.
Straight flush draw for Bash. Open-ender.
Pretty wet board. Low card. You really want to go for the raise right here. There we go.
Everyone's bought in for, like, yeah, sexy. So let's get yours.
Bash is not going anywhere, of
Joseph
course.
Costello's laughing at me. Mixing it up, watching from inside the lodge. Garza 512, hello.
Some people will be like, try to survive. I think it might be tournament structure where he must have gone.
Set versus an open-ended straight flush draw.
So when Bash goes for the 3-bet, he's really trying to get Jake to fold. Maybe top pair. Now the really tough thing is that if Jake feels like he has the best hand here, which he's just gonna have the best hand almost all of the time, he's just never gonna get away from it, and Bash is gonna be put in a tough place.
Huge raise.
Yeah,
from
and
Jake.
Bash already knows. Like, he's getting it in.
All in
and if you
call.
guys know the equities, I think they'll both be fine with it. Especially once Bash puts in that 3-bet.
All right, let's listen to the table here.
Figure it out now.
One time, all right.
One time, baby.
Jack 9.
This is the street. It's carnage.
Ooh.
There it is, right
there
there.
right away.
Looking for a board pair. Doesn't come. And the set goes down in flames to Bash.
You're able to steal some pots in the beautiful game of poker, and that's what we saw right there from the 2-seed. Going for about another hour today, folks, for our Wednesday 5K game. Stacks are building. Lineup on Friday is a good one. You're going to want to come back and tune in for that. But let's see if things spice up here down the stretch. I went out there recently and I saw a big hand brewing between a couple of the players, so that should be arriving here shortly.
I have no idea. You probably got $10 already.
Eli looking for a 6 or 7. Here's the bet from Brad. That should get it done. 125. But Eli says, nope. I'm going to re-raise you and come back at you, Brad Owen.
6:20 a.m.
And Brad.
Nice move there from Brad. It's nice when you have a tight image at the table. really haven't gotten out of line once at Showdown. You're able to maneuver certain streets just because of your image. Semi-bluffing there with the Broadway draw, but Eli's going to give him the respect he deserves, and Brad steals a pot there with a nice raise. Well, that's impossible.
Picnic.
Mosquitoes always find a way to suck my blood. It is
400.
You take me to the Caribbean or some type of pool party, bet on me to get the most mosquito bites.
Oh, they love me too.
Kind of weird for Wednesday to be capped and Monday to be max.
Right, that's what I'm thinking is if you're going to do this cap, then make Monday cap.
For sure.
Call 400.
Doug taking notes down. I think he wants to put a cap on the Monday game is what he's talking about. It's a committee now.
Yeah.
It's a committee. Used to be a dictatorship, but it's a pretty smart and educated committee.
Sharon Barth staying on top of the spammers. Thank you, Sharon Barth. Four ways to a flop. King 8-6.
Top pair for coins.
Aaron Landon says, I've never tried hoodies. I'll have to give it a whirl. Come on now, get over to hoodies.
It's about time Hoodies
Yes.
has an official sponsorship.
It's
time.
It is.
It's time. Enough's enough. Enough's enough. We'll start going to Subway.
No.
We might.
Subway's trash. Unless they're a sponsor. And then I like them. No, I can't eat Subway. I don't get the appeal.
All right, we'll go to Firehouse then. Those are legit.
All right.
I like Firehouse.
Jersey Mike's?
For some. Coins. It's got top pair here, no?
One count.
Wow. SETI all in.
Nope, ace on that, so I
With
thought
a flush draw.
Bash has top pair.
And a straight draw.
Yeah, SETI's got a lot going on here too. And this pot is massive. SETI, the one with his foot on the gas, says, let's gamble, this is good enough. 29% equity, never good when your opponent has that old 69%. 2% for coins. Asking for a count 4.3 to call. Still has a player behind. Bash will be making this call. He's feeling it. Been on quite the heater this week. I played with him a little bit earlier in the week. He ran up 2K to about 10K. Coin still thinking about this, right? Can't see if he has cards, but the action looks like it's on him.
Yeah.
He makes the call, and now Bash a bit perplexed. Bash goes bye-bye, right? He folds. It's just coins. And now that's a great call by coins. Bash gets out of the way, and it is SETI and coins. Looks like they're running it 2 times, running it 1 time. 11.7 scoop.
Wake up with something here.
Lay it down. Lay it down.
Matt has.
Eight's just all 3 times.
Oh, God, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Raise it, 575.
575. What?
I'd like this.
We don't know what he has. It's a mystery. Dylan folded ace-10 suited.
Defense. Defense.
No, what can I do? I saw money. In this hand?
I hope not.
Doug has an ace, and there is the defense from Doug. Yeah, boy.
My chance here to win back that sandwich quickly. Don't know what Matt has.
I thought you were telling your cards from the hand. In the hand.
Or I thought you were saying I'm going to Doug's aces. I was like, huh?
Queen, Jack, 5. Will Matt c-bet here? Does not c-bet. The c-bet would have likely taken it down. Goes check, check.
What can I say? I only saw one ace.
I know.
Reball. Now Doug with
a wheel
draw.
Let's get a
I get that sandwich back.
Let's get a
check. Check.
4-ball from outer space. No, but it is
pair
a deuce.
Of ducks. Don't tell me Doug's gonna win with a pair of ducks.
Maybe Matt had like big slick or something and just loses to a deuce right now. Mystery hand for Matt. Reaching for chips. Will it get through? 800. Can Doug channel his inner Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, make a call here with ducks, and apply max pain to young Matthew?
George W.
Somebody's calling you again, Rick. Your phone's ringing.
Oh.
And Schnitzel is praying for a Doug call.
All in! Right back at him, probably thinking his deuce might not be good. Matt could be doing this with a wide range, and Doug steps on the gas, applies max heat, and he has Matt shaking in his little space boots.
Fridge? Fridge, anybody?
I'll take a water.
Yeah.
Water, please.
Yeah, water, please. You got little water bottles in there now?
Yeah, they do.
Cool.
He
Makes
calls!
Showdown. Oh my god.
Oh,
And Matt calls with the jack, sits down, and now you win yourself another sandwich.
So back up to 3, but what a call. And look at Schnitzel. He's going to have to give everybody $100 each. What a call by Matt. And what a bet by Doug.
Yes, a very, very excellent hand. Chat loves that one. Doug goes for it. Matt put into the blender.
Looks like we've got a straddle on.
Big in the Philippines.
We are big in the Philippines.
Raise it up, 100.
Matt has heaps now, 16.3 in front of him.
Okay, 3 players.
Three, 4, 9. This has a chance for something special.
Open ender.
Open ender.
Gut shot for Doug. Backdoor spades. Backdoor spades for Matt. And a 3 of spades here on the turn. Let's see what happens here. Imagine a pot will start to build.
7, well, deuce of spades would be an interesting card.
300. Call 300.
Doug with his combo draw here. A bet from Matt, a bet from Dan, and a flat from Matt. Perhaps Doug thinking about a check raise. And will indeed turn up the heat here. Makes it 1,400. It'll be interesting to see if he whiffs, if he pulls the trigger. I imagine he's fully committed to this pot. Don't see Matt leaving just yet. Doug in the straddle as well, has all the 3s in his range, so no matter what comes on this river, I imagine Doug is going to rip it. Any card, I predict a rip from Doug. Let's hope it's not a spade, otherwise Matt will get him 2 times.
Ooh!
And it is
A spade.
spade.
Doug is not going to be able to get away from this.
The board is paired, obviously the flush.
From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to the Lodge live stream, and we've got a special happening today. The 7th monthly monster of the year, $600 buy-in, $500K guarantee. There are players today at the featured table. Chad in seat 1 with 20,000.8 chips. Pablo is in for 38.8. Nick is in seat 4 for 75.9. Your friend and my friend, Skull Mike, is sitting there in seat 5 with the hoodie on, 35,100 chips. Dylan in seat 6 with 53,200. Terrence in seat 7 with 70,100. Chase in seat 8, the chip leader, with 116,200 chips. And Andy in seat 9, 51,900. Krista is in the box. Slick is in the bunker. We may have a special visitor or two throughout the day. And Chatsville, oh Chatsville. Let's go.
He called. We're heads up right now.
Check.
Looks like Skull Mike is heads up. We're waiting for the action tracker to come about. Blinds are 300, 600, 600. Flop is 10-10-4. Skull Mike with the dirty diaper, deuce 3. Chase with the 2 pair. We'll make the bet, and we'll show Skull Mike the 4. So, folks, this tournament is the 7th one we've run this year. 500K guarantee. We're doing 2 starting flights each day for the next 4 days. So today, 2 flights, noon and 6 p.m.
I went in the tank there. I didn't know what to do.
Then tomorrow the same, Friday the same, and Saturday the same. It'll all end on Sunday. Right now, the first flight, we've got 57 runners already in the first day flight on a Wednesday. Yeah, Matthew, sorry I missed you too. We'll see you next time. Seeing Danny in the chat all the way from England. Matthew, of course, Yoda is here. Poker Chat Pro, throwing flies. Oland, hello everybody. Iceman. So blinds are 300, 600, 600. We're just really getting started. We will have a break in about, an hour or so. 15-minute break. So you'll see some highlights at that time during those 15 minutes. Then we'll come back. Casper Martin, how you doing? New chatter, why don't you subscribe and like? We'd appreciate it. Doesn't cost you a thing. Skull Mike with ace 10 here. He's going to lay it down.
5, 6, fold.
Andy with pocket 3s.
All right, guys, we're heads up.
Heads up, Terrence and Andy. Krista will give us a flop. Ace, ace 3, Boat City. And Skull Mike would have been in big trouble because he would have flopped trip aces. But Andy with a boat here.
9 call.
Andy just calls with the boat. Terrence leads out for 1,500. Here comes the turn. Oh, my goodness. Skull Mike must be kicking himself right now. He would have turned a big boat and probably gotten all of Andy's chips. But he folded.
9, raised to 8,000.
Andy raises to 8,000. Hello, Jimmy Bluffett. How are you, sir?
7 calls.
Don't quite. You got a flush draw for Terrence. Now he has 2 pair.
7 checks.
Big bet from the man in the Michigan hat. The Wolverines. Makes it 25,000. Terrence now with 2 pair. Yeah, those salmon colored chips, the ones he put out there, are 5,000. Yellows are 1,000, purple's 500, and black's 100. Thank you, Yoda. Yoda always on top of things. Terrence with 59,000 chips. Should be about half his stack. He makes the call, and he's going to see the bad news. And Skull Mike is going to tell Andy,
Full aces.
I would have had a bigger boat.
It's gonna win.
Who came out to the meetup game yesterday? We had so many tables, so much fun. Andrew Neeme, Brad Owen, shuffling through all the tables. It was a packed house. I came for a little while. I was moving yesterday. Moving sucks, folks. Ain't gonna lie. 20 years in the same house, you collect a lot of junk.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we're still wading our way through the boxes. We're about 80% there, but I had to get out of the house. Had to. So I came up for a couple hours yesterday and saw the packed house. Always fun. If you missed it, there'll be other meetup games. We got so much to tell you about what's coming up at the lodge, and we'll do that throughout the day today. Little tournament action here, 3-6-6. Chase looks down at Jack 8 offsuit.
Halfway, right.
8, 9, 4. 1 fold. 2 raised to 1,600.
Billy, a lodge regular, makes it 1,600. There's the man, Skull Mike, wearing the retro, the original logo of the lodge live stream. Heads up, Billy and Pablo. 10-8-4. Gut shot for Billy.
3 raised, 3,200. Call.
It's a cowboy, so now an open ender for Billy. Queen high is going to win. I got to tell you all about a hand that I was at yesterday. Lodge posted it on the Instagram.
3 raised, 4,000.
As Pablo will take it down with the bluff, bluffing with the worst hand. So here's the hand, folks. 4 queens lost to a straight flush. The river was the queen of spades. A man flopped a straight with the 8-9. And river the straight flush. Yes. Quad queens lost to a straight flush. I was not involved in the hand, other than laughing when the younger gentleman, younger kid, said, quads! And the other man looked at his hand and says, oh, straight flush. He didn't slow roll him. He just honestly didn't think he had the straight flush. Flopped the straight. River the straight flush. Billy makes it 1,600. That happened right here at the lodge.
All right, once your players are new, you wind up for 488. 488.
Lines are up next hand to 488.
Here comes the raise.
Seat 4.
4,200 from Nick. Skull Mike will lay it down. Skull Mike's birthday is coming up, folks. I believe it's Saturday. Skull Mike's going to turn 8 on Saturday. No, he's going to turn 35. Happy birthday, Skull Mike. Heads up, Billy and Nick. Carla, the chat pro, how you doing? There's a queen for Nick. Gut shot for Billy. Not much table talk today yet.
C4, that's 2,100.
2,100 is the bet. Andrew Neeme
2 calls.
in the chat. Hopefully Andrew might stop by, visit with us if he's not already on his way to the airport there.
checks. 2 is Billy.
There's the ace for Billy. Yoda does not like chewing gum on stream. Yeah, we got a big case. Somebody sent us, we don't know who sent it to us, a big tin of Big League Chew. The little bubble gum. Somebody sent it to us. We would like to say thank you. Don't know who sent it to us. No card, no nothing. Mr. Neeme. The place is called Hoodies. Hoodies subs on 620, right near the lodge. One exit up, north, take a left on 620, go down about a mile, and it's on the left in a shopping center called Hoodies Subs. That's where me and Skull get our sandwiches. There's the king. So they both have a Broadway with the jack. But there are spades out there. Nick may be able to make a play here. He's got a spade in his hand. He could say he's got 2 of them.
2 all in.
But Billy's going to be the first one.
And a call.
And they're going to chop the pot with Broadway.
We were both thinking the same. Not expecting a call either. There was a big size of relief over there.
Yes, I know Yoda would not send us gum, that's for sure. I could never chew gum and commentate, that's for sure. So lots going on in the lodge. It all starts this week. Obviously, we had the meetup game and the Tuesday night free roll, but this, folks, the 7th monthly monster of the year. And these monthly monsters, they're 500K guarantees. A couple of them, folks, have gone over $1 million in the prize pool. All we can guarantee is 500K. Whatever over that is up to the players and how many come out. And what's great about these monthly monsters, this series of 10 monthly monsters that we do this year, is you earn points. For every dollar you cash, it's 1 point. And the top 18 point getters will come back in late December and play a true free roll. We've already got over $60,000 set aside to pay out. Every player will earn money that day. It's just a question of how much. The more we go over the guarantee, the more we set aside for the December free roll. So how do you get there? Get in the top 18. Just cash in some of these series of monthly monsters. And you can get up there. Yes, I like the Italian from Hoodies. That's my go-to with the hot peppers. Chad with the Jiggities raises to 2,200. Skull Mike gets away with his Phil Hellmuth hand. And I've heard, due to the last stream, the King 4 is now forever going to be known as the Slicky Ricardo, as that's the hand that no one thought I would ever 3-bet. Boston Jimmy was playing a rather large $15,000 stack, and he said, Slick Rick, come play an orbit. You play my stack with the big boys. Andrew Neeme was out there, Brad Owen, Doug Polk, all the guys, Big Daddy Chaz, Seti the Poker Traveler. I played with them. No one thought I'd 3-bet. I 3-bet, took down the pot with King 4. Left the orbit, winning Boston Jimmy over $500. Slick Rick.
I know.
And it was King 4 offsuit. You're damn right it was.
Five and 6 fold. 7, 8 fold.
Mike Osman, don't know when the next Rounders Lodge I-35 showdown is going to happen. That was fun. Pocket 10s for Andy. Raises to 2,500. Chad in the 1 seat. Queen 10 offsuit is going to call. So heads up.
No free steal.
All right, heads up, guys.
Eight Jack.
3,000.
1 bet 3,000.
3,000 is the bet.
9 call.
Andy's still in the lead. A little fearful of the jack. Chad looking for a 9 or a queen. Or a good bet. Check, check. There's the 9 ball. Chad gets there with the queen high straight.
All in.
All in announced.
Call.
And the call. And Chad is going to double up.
Can I still take you on the money line?
So this tournament works like this. 2 flights today, 2 flights tomorrow, 2 flights Friday and Saturday. Total of 8 flights, day 1 flights for the monthly monster. And it all finishes up on Sunday. Somebody's going to walk out of here with a lot of money. So what else is going on in the lodge? Let's say there's a 6 max tournament coming up in August. I believe August 11th through the 13th is the 6 max tournament. And then the first ever heads up tournament, August 13th through the 15th.
How you doing?
We'll stream on Monday the 15th, we will stream the semifinal, one of the semifinal matches, and the final match right here on the Lodge live stream. Lots going on before we get to September. Yeah, there you go. August 12th, the 6 max special, $500 buy-in. And then August 13th through the 15th, the Heads Up Championship. Thank you, Yoda.
All good things?
Seat 4. Raise to 1,800. Five, 6 fold.
Yeah, Mike, they normally play down to 15%, I believe, is what they'll play down to each flight. So right now there's 59 entries. Bet they'll take 9 maybe into day 2 on Sunday. I'll get clarification. I'm sure somebody out there will correct me if I'm wrong. 10 tray deuce, couple clubs. Margaret Donlin checking in. Hello, Margaret. Always good to see Margaret in chat.
4 bets, 2,600.
King 9 diamonds. Nick bets 2,400. And Andy, very active.
2 folds. All right, guys, we're heads up.
Check, check to the river. 4 of hearts. So the deuces are going to win. Hello, Jerome Teal.
King high.
How you doing?
Use your lucky fly.
So lots going on at the lodge. Had some fun this week. Obviously, it's always good to see Brad, Andrew. Doug was a little under the weather. He did not make the meetup game, but wish him the best in getting back. There's your chip count. getting back to normal. Chase up is 116K in his stack. Where's Skull Mike? Skull Mike has 33.6K. Not too shabby. Had the chance to visit with two of the World Series of Poker main event guys who made it deep. Cameron Blazevich finished 32nd. Got a chance to speak with him the other day. And then Seti on Saturday, the poker traveler who finished, I believe, 62nd. Fun to hear their story. To make it that far in the most prestigious tournament, other than the monthly monster at the Lodge, the World Series of Poker main event. That's right behind it. Pocket fours and Jack 8. 2 pair for Chase.
Check. 8 bet, 2,300. 3, 4.
Had some people earlier asking about if you're just learning the game and you want some advice on when to come and what games to play. Obviously, 1-2 is something you could explore in the cash. But if you really just want to dip your toe in the water and don't want to have too much risk as you're learning, is any one of the Tuesday night free roll is always fun and it's not a whole lot of money. And you can have a ton of fun and get to play a lot of hands. Thursday night, also fun. Any one of the smaller tournaments would be a great way to dip your toe in the great game of poker without feeling like you're taking too much risk. But, 1-2, do what I do. I still do it after 30-some odd years. I take a certain amount, a couple bullets. If my bullets are gone, I go home, I come back because I know that there's a game again tomorrow. So just gamble, just buy in and play with what you are comfortable with. That's just the way it is if you're just starting out. Flop, all spades, ace, 9, 4. Terrence with the king of spades. But it's Nick coming out. Actually, Pablo coming out firing with his 10 of spades. Terrence is going to call. There's a 9. Hey, Corey Moe, good to see you. Did have fun. Didn't win last night, but I had a lot of fun. There's the king for Terrence.
Check and check.
Check, check. Terrence is going to take this one down.
10 high. Kings and 9s.
S.A. Martin says that all of his extra money goes to Super Chats for Skull and Rick. Well, if you're going to have to spend it some way. No, I'm just kidding. We appreciate it. So we talked about August. Of course, September 6th through the 19th. Get to the Lodge. The Mayhem Series is back, folks. The Fall Mayhem Series. 15 events. 1.5 million in guarantees. Matthew says, Slick Rick, I would like to give a huge shout out to the staff at the Lodge. Looks like a fun place to work, and everyone had a smile on their face and were very respectful and polite. Truth. Matthew speaks the truth.
Got any jokes?
Employees, when employees like what they're doing, makes all the difference in the world.
7 full.
S.A. Martin, we'll meet one day. Sorry, haven't met you yet.
1, 2, 3. Fold, fold, fold. Four calls.
Oh, is it 8? Sorry.
Nick comes along with ace 7 suited. Skull Mike is going to play. Here we go.
3 players.
3 players to a flop. There's Skull Mike sitting right dead center. Couple diamonds. King 5-3.
4 checks.
Who wants it? Skull Mike is going to check.
Check around.
Checks all the way around. There's a queen.
4 checks.
Skull Mike's going for it.
5 bets. 1,500.
1,500.
8. 1,500.
It's going to get through. Little half pot bet by the birthday boy. And Skull Mike's going to take down that pot. Sam C says he's on a flight to Greece, but had to buy the Wi-Fi to see what's going on under the lights. Sam C, have a good flight, sir. Are you in first class? Are you laying down with your feet up? Getting served shrimp cocktail? Or are you in back? Wedged in between 2 oversized mammals. I would include myself in that. Skull Mike lays it down.
6 balls.
Dylan calls. Terrence with the pocket 7s. Dylan with Jack 7.
All right, heads up, guys.
There's the Jack right in the window for Dylan.
Check. 6. 7 bets, 2,000.
Sam C, I thought you were going to Greece. Milan's in Italy. Wrong country.
And check.
Here comes the river. There's a cowboy. Dylan's going to win this hand as long as he stays in.
Check. 6. Check. 7.
Jack's good.
Pair of jacks.
Pair of jacks will take it in. Molly is watching from the Bellagio poker room, playing 8-16 limit. How you doing, Molly? Say hello to all the fine people at the Bellagio. Nice poker room.
I wish. I'm like, I just made $800.
Sam C, I just made my reservations to Italy. I bought the tickets today, actually, for a December trip to Italia. Pizza in December for Slicky Ricardo and his lovely wife. My lovely wife.
What's up?
Been to Jay Carver's?
No, is that what we all went last night? It looked good.
8 balls, 9 bets, 2,000.
What'd you get?
Filet.
Yeah.
Some size.
1 fold, 2, 3, 4, fold.
Paul, house move went great. We're almost done unpacking, so thank you very much. Yes, I know I can have pizza here in December without going to Italy.
7 folds. 9 folds.
The ladies for Dylan will take it down. No, my wife doesn't get on Chatsville. Not a. She watches every now and then.
It's not that big. It's kind of tiny for a restaurant.
Yeah, we're not going to Lake Como. We've heard that many times that it's cool. We're going to Rome, Florence, and Naples. Those are the 3 cities we've chosen.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Outside Vancouver.
Yeah, we'll probably just go 4 hours, Danny.
Ferry across
Hopefully,
from Vancouver to Vancouver Island.
you give us the like today. Probably won't have an overtime number today. We'll just stream today. How's that?
It's due west of Whistler, kind of on the outskirts of the coastal island.
5 fold. 6 call.
Albert, don't know the total prize pool yet. We are guaranteeing 500K. So regardless of how many players, 500K will be the guarantee, but it should go over that. So won't know the prize pool until Saturday night when the last flight, the last registration is done.
3 players.
886.
8 check. 9 check. 6 check.
Deuce of clubs on the turn. Dylan way in the lead here with his Gretzky hand.
Seat 9, bet 8,000.
But Andy's going to take a stab at it.
Trying to deal here. Seat 6 raises to 20,000. 8 fold.
Dylan.
9 fold.
Dylan with his Gretzky hand will take down a pot. On to the next hand. Slick Rick running solo for a short time. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the great one, Mr. Andrew Neeme, will be joining me for a little while before he's a jet setter, you know. Between Brad and Andrew, they're always going somewhere. Some of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and I hopefully, if you did get a chance to come to the meetup game yesterday, you got a chance to say hello to Brad and Andrew. And check out Brad's vlog that he released, I believe, yesterday or the day before. I believe it was his best vlog he has ever done. I told him that yesterday. The last 5 or so minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, was just amazing and very heartwarming. So check it out. After the stream, of course. Watch the live stream and then watch
We have 5 players.
his latest vlog. 5 players to a flop. King, Queen, 10, couple of spades. Queens for both Dylan and Terrence, and a king for Andy. This could get exciting. Yes, Elijah Day. I agree. I had a tear in my eye too, as well. So hard not to. If you have a heart and ever love somebody, a family member, then it's very heartwarming.
7 calls. 8 and 9 calls. All right, 3 players.
3 players. As the king gets out of the way. So now Dylan and Terrence, unless a 4-ball hits the river, they could be chopping.
6, bet 19.
RL from Chatsville giving me
7 fold.
recommendations.
4 fold.
Dylan, the aggression, is going to take down another pot.
I got away good. I had 10-6. Oh, I got away good. Yeah, I think
There's your chip count. Skull Mike, Chase at 34-8, but Dylan leading the way. Dylan and Chase, both with a very healthy stack. Terrence is the short stack at 22.5K. Yeah, it's over 100 degrees outside, but the lodge, thank God, air conditioning works. Knock on wood, very nicely at the lodge.
Yeah, I can't put them out front. And I can only peel them right.
2, 3, 4, cold.
We are on level, I think they're on level 7 right now as we're watching this because we are on a 30-minute delay. 6 or 7, because right now I'm looking outside and they're level 8. Registration for this flight is still open for another 20 minutes, so if you're in the area, get over here. 3 players to flop. 6, 6, 9, 2 pair for Chase. Yes, Sam, we know it's going to be a little chilly. It's really the only time we can go. That makes sense.
8, that's 10,000. 9 full, 1 full.
But on the flip side of that, December, sure, it'll be a little cold, but the lines have got to be shorter for some of the sites. So there's that. Krista in the box, little tournament live stream today. I appreciate everybody joining us. Why don't we do a little roll call? 617 in the live chat. Where's everybody watching from? Always like to know that. Shout out your town. Steve watching from Napa, California. Owen's watching from Saskatchewan. Danny, of course. Manchester, England. Norway, Oregon, Lexington, Taiwan. Nicholas watching from Florida. Ooh, Lab Tech's watching from Waikiki. Chase is going to win. That one. Greenville, South Carolina. It's Bill M. Hazel, XL, watching from South Texas. Luke and Delaney watching from London, Madison, Wisconsin. Tough stuff.
I was already shuffling though, so when I do get to do this hand, it's still going to be a
Margaret Donlin saying the backdrop should be a little lighter. Actually, we went way lighter than it used to be. We love our new backdrop, but it's only going to be for a few more months. Our new rockin' studio is going to shock the nation when it finally gets built. I saw some renderings. I think everybody's going to be quite pleased. Loak Vallon, don't be worried about your safety. I've lived in Austin all of my 56 years, actually 46 of my 56 years, and knock on wood, I feel very safe here. So don't worry, come to Texas. Come to Austin.
4,000. C8 calls, C2 full, and then you still get change from your PT, and then bring it back.
Heads up, Pablo and Chase. Ace Queen versus Queen 8. Both players have suited cards. Both players hit a queen.
C2 bet, 4,200. 8 calls.
Pablo now with the flush draw.
3 bets, 10,000.
Chase dead to the 8 of spades to win the pot. He could chop, but he's going to lay it down.
Lines are up, guys. They are now 500.
June, how you doing, June? June, when we used to tell joke of the day, June would send me a joke, at least a joke a week. Thank you, June, for all that.
Friendly reminder, guys, we can't have phones on the table or on the rails.
Krista reminding
Cough, cough.
players, no phones at the table. Good job,
Sorry,
Krista.
it's not me, I promise.
Nick from Yuma, the mayor of Chatsville, checking in. How you doing, Nick from Yuma? Fat guy out west says, love the lodge, great place to play.
I'm going to get in trouble for that. Street 5 folds. Seat 6, that's 2,500. 8, 9 folds. 7, 8, 9 folds.
Dylan with the Gretzky hand again. I believe this is the second time he's had it today. Makes it 2,500. He's going to take down another pot. Z Shannon, how you doing? Colorado Kid says, amazing how far the stream has come. I was here for the first stream. So was I, Colorado Kid. That was 202 or 3 shows ago. We have come a long way, and you know why? Only because of Chatsville. Chatsville has helped build this. We're lucky enough to be driving the car, but the gas of this car is Chatsville. It's you folks, period. End of conversation.
Seat 6, 7 fold.
We love you.
1, 2 folds.
On the button, here comes a big raise, 5,000. With the Cowboys. The chat chairman, I don't know if I'm going to fire in this tournament or not. If I do, it would be tomorrow. Tomorrow. I may just do that. Haven't had much in the tournament. I'd rather play cash at this point, but you never know.
Come on.
I probably will. There's your chip count.
If I don't answer, text me.
Steve Slattery says, great stream. So glad I found this channel. We are so glad you found it too. Thanks for watching.
I just put in 3 brand new units.
Yes, Joel, we'll have some guest commentators. You don't like me, Joel?
3 downstairs units.
I know. I'm sorry. I think Andrew's going to pop in here. I think he went to go get a sandwich at Hoodie's. And I think he's going to pop in.
Pretty brutal.
I know.
Skull Mike with Jack 10 suited. Very playable hand. Let's see what he does here. Small blind. Already got some chips invested. Terrence raised it to ace queen in the 7th seat. Jack 10 suited. Very playable. Skull Mike comes along, heads up. Terrence and Skull Mike.
I just assume I did something silly.
Heads up, guys.
Trying so hard not to.
Oh, don't worry. I can embarrass both.
Oh, Skull Mike with the flush on the flop. And Terrence with the ace of clubs.
The old lady was still here. This was just fireworks.
Sorry, there's a hair in here.
What does Skull Mike do here? Open-ended royal flush draw. Of course, the ace is gone, so he can't get the royal.
5 folds.
Terrence bet. Skull just called there. Taking him along a street or two. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Skull checks again. It goes check, check. Skull won't be checking now as the 10 of hearts comes out. No more time to check. What's Skull going to do? 18K in the pot already.
5 bets, 10,000.
10,000, about half pot. Quick call. Skull Mike's going to show the goods. Flopping a flush on his birthday week. Jeez. Jeez Louise.
Skull, you got any more
Not even a smile out of him.
Somebody mailed me a whole bucket of Big League Chew.
Oh man, that's the best.
Because we talk about Big League Chew on the high stakes streams with the pink chips.
Right.
It's called Big League Chew. And the guy mailed me a whole bucket. I'll get it for you in a second.
All right, man. Thanks.
Anybody else want gum?
I'll take some.
Skull Mike offering gum to the table, Yoda. Yoda is about to implode.
Yeah. Oh, sugar, yes.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I remember like the old ones in like the pouch.
Yeah, we try to chew it like tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like a grown up.
It's funny. It's like I told my brother I was fasting.
Skull Mike going to be 35, eligible to run for president. Age 35. Skull Mike? We don't talk politics, but Skull Mike running for president? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller?
4 bets, 2,500. 5 fold.
2,500. Nick with the ace-3 offsuit.
And 7 is all in.
All in from Terrence with the Ducks.
He called.
Skull Mike throwing gum to every player.
6 calls. All right, guys, we're going to be heads up on the side.
Heads up on the side as Terrence is in for his tournament life here.
All right, heads up on the side.
Yeah, I think it's by your feet. There's a little tiny by
6 checks. I don't know what you're doing down there.
On a Big League Chew.
Nick
2,000.
way out in front.
6 folds. All right, guys, let me see your card.
Terrence looking for a duck. Quack, quack.
All right, here we go, guys.
The deuce.
And Terrence has been eliminated.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the stringy kind.
Yeah.
I mean, this is cool. We go to
Yeah.
All right, so 7's going to be a dead one.
Probably have another person coming into the 7th seat eventually.
There's
There's Skull Mike.
No, they had like sour green and like purple green.
They got a ton of different flavors. They got even more now.
They got more? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Here, I have to. All right, I'll make the tournament and spend 10K on Big League Chew.
What if you win the lottery?
Oh, yeah.
Chip
I got
count?
Powerball tonight.
Chase and Dylan about the same, 110,000. Skull Mike now at 52.8, moving on up.
Buying or something.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. The lottery is terrifying now because you can buy it in the app.
So who played the lottery
You don't have to go to the store.
yesterday? I did.
I've never done that. I always go to the store.
First, lottery has been in Texas since 1992, maybe? I've played it 4 times
2,500.
in 30 some odd years. I played it yesterday.
2,500, guys.
It's now over $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion? Are you kidding me?
Call it like Jack Rocket or something.
You gotta do it with debit?
Yeah, debits.
Yeah, that's what he made it.
Andy with the ladies raises to 2,500.
Yeah.
Nick in seat
Yeah,
4.
That's the amount he made it anyway. So it's
Oh, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick
Seat 4
thought he was
before
making the
accidentally
bet.
Bet calls.
He was actually,
It's
I thought he was
2,500
calling. He
today.
thought he made the bet. He didn't see that Andy made it 2,500.
Raise to 25.
No, that's a raise 25. This is a call, but it wasn't an intentional
It
call.
was a coincidental call.
Yes.
Oh.
Great minds think alike, though, with the opening sizes.
Skull Mike with King Queen offsuit
That's a good point.
comes along.
You never know. Way to try to give my hand away.
6 folds. 8 raises to 12.5.
And there he is, Chase, with Big Slick.
All in for seat 9.
See, now it looks like I just flat.
And seat 9, the ladies go all in for 51.5. Nick and Skull get out of the way. Chase, and this is the race. The classic flip. Queens versus Ace King.
Number 4, right?
All right, guys.
55, 51 is bad.
Queens are tough to get. That's what Chase is looking for. An Ace King or Queen does not come. And the ladies hold up, and a huge double up for Andy.
I had Jack 7 suited.
We got another fly in the bunker. And remember that fly trap I bought? I'm going to see how many we caught. How many flies do you think we caught on the fly trap? It's been about a week.
The dead button. I didn't know if you knew.
Little over a week.
Prize for who blows the biggest bubble and it just explodes on your face.
I need a couple more slices.
Yeah, we need more.
More gum.
I think if you have a beer, you have an advantage.
Now we caught 5 flies. 5 flies. They're not really fly. They're almost like gnats. I just don't like them. I don't know where they're coming from either. We keep a clean bunker.
2 bets, 25. 3, 4, 4.
Skull Mike looks down at the Gretzky hand. Pocket 9s.
5 calls.
The answer was 5. Margaret, you were right. 5 flies.
8 calls. 9 calls.
3 ways to a flop. Ace 10, King Queen, and Skull Mike with the pocket 9s. You don't win anything. 664. Just the pride of knowing you won. $4,500
from seat 2. Call from 5. Fold from 9. Can I get some food? Thank you.
Paul, I didn't misplace it. Somebody actually took it out of the bunker, but it was returned. It was not stolen. There's a king on the turn. Billy vaults to the lead. Skull Mike in deep trouble.
6,500.
Billy makes it 6,500. Skull Mike's in big trouble here. I think he's going to get away from this. Billy only was 17-1 behind. Skull Mike lets it go. Having a little fun here, playing the 7th monthly monster of the year, playing 10 of them total.
Ooh. Yeah. I have an exposed card.
9. It's $600 buy-in.
Did you?
$500K guarantee.
Okay, I need to call the floor.
It's paint. It's queen.
No, it's not.
Oh, he thought he saw a card, but he obviously didn't.
This is kind of a weird hand. You just want to fucking misdeal it?
No, it's not a misdeal. Do I need to call the floor?
It's not supposed to be, so I guess keep going.
Okay.
They're going to say no.
I need floor.
They thought they had an exposed card here. They're calling a floor over here.
It's not a queen.
I can't say exactly. I just know
Sorry,
it's
guys.
paint.
So I have.
Every
I
player
have an
started with
exposed
40K,
card,
but let's listen in.
But this card, he thought he saw it, but he didn't see the
I
correct
saw
call
paint.
out.
But he said
And
it
he
was
says
a queen.
it's not.
It's not a queen, he says. We know
So
he
what do I
doesn't
do
have a
with
queen.
this
It's not a queen. Here.
I believe you that it's not a queen. If you know it's not a queen, that's a problem, though.
He's fine with it.
But if you all know that it's not the queen.
I know. It puts him at a disadvantage.
It is not a misdeal.
We're good.
It's an interesting.
Sorry, guys. I thought I
All
saw
I'm
it.
saying is that everyone knows that.
Alright guys, our burn card is the King of Hearts.
It put him at a disadvantage.
So I guess contrary to, so should I mark his, you know what I mean? So,
No.
So there's.
You would give him a disadvantage, basically. But it's whatever.
Let's just let's hit through this.
My bad.
Default.
I thought I saw it. I felt I should say something.
He doesn't care. It's fine with him.
I don't think there's any advantage to.
3
now knowing
calls,
that it's
4, 5 fold.
Slice.
Yeah, there is.
So there you go. We thought we had an exposed card. Floor was called to the stream table, which I think maybe has happened 3 times in our history of playing
3,500.
on the live stream
8, 9 fold.
here at the lodge. And the floor never is called, but this time they were. They made their ruling. Floor does great work. Yeah, it's really not a misdeal. Misdeal can really only happen after once 2 cards are dealt.
Burn card.
They really don't do misdeals. They'll just find a way to fix it. Ace, king, king is the flop.
6, 5,500. 3 folds. Okay.
Yeah, it's not ace, king. I thought it was ace, king, 9. I think the graphic was wrong on the flop. I thought I saw ace, king, 9 as the
Check
flop.
and then 6.
What's that?
Bet and then 3 fold.
So I mean, I would have loved.
What are you decided? You still want it after the king was
Can I push the pot now?
Yeah, fuck it.
I have to wait till they tell me, guys. Sorry.
You got me like,
Pretty
I
damn
missed
close.
something?
I knew I saw a pink card. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but
Unless you know exactly what the
No,
card
if you say
is.
something, you're yeah.
Unless you know what the card is,
It's good
you
to
shouldn't
say
say
something.
anything. If you see paint, then just say, hey, I saw paint.
okay, that's fair.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You just give
everyone
table
else the same information
the
as I am.
same
Yeah,
information you have.
Yeah. I thought it was a queen, but I wasn't sure. I probably
Chase giving the etiquette on what you should save.
Better than not
You
saying
think you
anything,
saw
sure, yeah.
a card
Remember how you were
saying,
embarrassed about
I think I saw paint, rather than I think I saw a queen.
Oh, I've already,
Interesting.
I've already done it with
Makes
a few
sense.
Didn't get a sentence out of my mouth.
I've already done it with a few of the hands I've played, so we're there already. No holds barred anymore.
It's not really to our advantage to play on the stream.
25. Sorry, that was ugly.
4
That
fumbles,
was really
2,500.
ugly.
I like it. We go really slow. I make day 2.
5 fold. 6 fold.
How many, what did they take 2%? 12? 12.
8 raises to 6,700. 9, 1, 2, all fold.
Nick with king, queen offsuit. As Chase, 3-bet with 7-2 suited.
God damn it.
And Chase is going to show the cards and laugh a little. So we mentioned the lottery at $1 billion. And, you know, you see this all the time, whether you work at a bank or an insurance agency, wherever. And a group of employees says, let's all pool some money and we'll all buy lottery tickets. And if we win, we'll just split it all. Well, what if you were that one person who decided not to do it?
No, but they got real quiet.
And everyone else that you worked with ended up with millions. And you were the one who didn't do it.
4 fold.
Ever think of that? It's happened before. You see it all the time.
6 fold. 3,000. 9 fold.
Chase is trying to make some things happen here. Raising to 4K with 9-7 suited. Chad on the button with pocket sixes comes along, and Billy with ace-10.
Call from 3. All right, guys, we have 4 players.
Jack-4 tray, couple of hearts.
2 check, 3 check. Eight says not. It's going to be 11. And folds. 2, 3, 4.
Easy game.
Show the ace king.
What ace king?
Yeah, I often thought when I first started working a long time ago, I had a horrible boss, and I always had these weird dreams that I'd win the lottery, buy the company, and fire his ass. Is that a bad dream, or is that should be a movie, you know? A horrible boss just constantly on you. You win the lottery, you buy the company, and you fire that guy. Got to be nice to people, folks. Stern, but nice.
Right now. Yeah, and then there's a break in 15-minute break is up.
If that's made into a movie, Slick Rick should get something.
8 call, 9 fold. 1 fold.
On the button, Billy with Jack Deuce suited will come along. Small blind and big blind. Now big blind has the option. Ace Deuce will say, let's do it. King 8 deuce. 2 pair for Pablo.
3 bets, 3,000. 4 folds. 8 calls. Two calls. Okay, 3 players.
Attention players, I'm doing an interest check and interest check only on 1, 2, 5.
Pablo way in the lead here with his 2 pair. Tarimo. A little bit more sadistic than me. Instead of, he says, don't fire him, just demote him to part-time janitor with no benefits. Wow. We can all dream, you know. And then you always, you know, yesterday I was at the lodge playing, and you know, the subject came, you know, about the lottery, and of course one guy. There's always one guy. Yeah, but you got to pay the taxes. I don't care if I win $1 billion and you take 500 million of it. I don't care, sir. I really don't care about paying the taxes. Always one guy. Yeah, but the taxes.
9 bet, 3,500.
Again with the ladies. Andy with the ladies.
Calls, 8 calls. All right, 3 players.
3 players to a flop. Skull Mike is in there again with the puppy feet. 3 right in the window. King 6 tray. Skull Mike has a little piece of that, but Andy with the ladies may slow down now. But Chase, of course, is going to be the one betting as he hit middle pair. Gypsy's going to come to the lodge when he wins. Awesome. Skull Mike gets out of the way. Andy just calling. with his ladies.
Hey, heads up, guys.
Heads up. Chase looking for a 7 or a 6. There's a 4 ball.
Ace check. 9 check.
Chase gets there, 2 pair, 7 on the river. Can Andy get away now? It is a 4-liner to a straight. All you need is a 5. Good laydown. And Chase is a big-time cash player. And he shows the card. 2 cards. Chase has appeared on the live stream many a time. I asked him earlier when we're going to see him again on the stream. He said real soon. Yesterday I saw an old stream favorite. Justice was back at the lodge. If you remember a long time ago, Justice played on the stream a lot. Saw him yesterday. Good to see his smiling face.
8 bets 4,000, 9 folds.
Yes, Federalist. This is a tournament. The buy-in is $600. You get 40K in chips. This is flight 1A. We'll have 8 day 1 flights. 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 Friday, and 2 Saturday. And we'll end this tournament on Sunday.
You got a minute 40 left.
There's the chip count. Skull Mike sitting at 38.3 got it up to over 50,000 after he flopped that flush. Back down to just under starting stack. Yeah, you'll have to make sure everybody comes back on Saturday for the stream, 3 p.m. Central Time. And together in Chatsville, we'll type in together into Chatsville. Happy birthday to Skull Mike.
25.
Bet 2,500 and seat 5.
All right, last players, guys, we got a break. What's the minute?
Raise to 7,500. Seat 6, 8 folds.
Dylan 3-bet to 7,500 on Skull Mike. Skull only has 35.8 thousand chips. That's about 10% of his stack. Oh, Skull Mike. Seti Maggette for Skull Mike. How lucky is this kid? Dylan's going to continue telling a story. Skull Mike is just going to flat call. Just flat call Skull. Look at the Hollywood. Look at the gum chewing. Don't do it, Skull. Just flat call. He just flat calls. Brilliant move. In position. Here comes the turn. There's a 6. Let him catch something. Let him catch that ace. Dylan continues. He's got 100K in his stack. Skull just flat call this again. He goes all in. Skull Mike goes all in. Or did you just, yeah, it's the call from Dylan. Skull Mike, the man, the myth, the legend. Doubles up through Dylan, stands up as everybody's going to go on a break here. Nothing better than doubling up right before break. There's your chip counts. Andy at 95K, Skull Mike 78K now. There you go. And we're going to have a 15-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Watch some highlights with me, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Who is a lifetime between the two of you and Potts played again? We haven't played too much poker against
Answer
each
the
other.
question, Rick.
I don't know. Maybe you, $27? I don't know.
I got you, Smo. So ask Jake Stein what happened last time we had the home game at his house.
I won. I walked away a winner that
You
night.
won?
Yes.
I thought I felt it everybody at the table twice.
Ace for Doug and for Chad.
You won, please. Nice
Flush
flop here
draw for Chad,
Chad's
yeah.
all over this board.
Now actual heads up.
Oh, with the heads up special.
Doug now with two pair. Vaults to the lead.
Slim Shady 99, you pay a weekly pass. There are no daily passes, but yes, from 6 to 11 is free time. What a turn card here for Doug. An action 8 of hearts. Chad betting 4.3. Doug eyeing up Chad's stack.
Is he going to put it all in here?
No, not putting it all in, but we might see a raise. Not going all in just yet, but let's see what happens on the river. Doug might raise and Chad might rip it, but Chad's been kind of treading pretty conservatively. You can easily see Doug make this something like 10,000 and set himself up for that river jam, something like 10.5 or so. Let's see what Doug decides to do.
No, I mentioned you have like 7.
All
See,
in.
I told you. I felt it.
Good call, Rick. Good call. My apologies. You were right on that one. I did not think Doug would empty the clip right there, applying max pressure to Chad.
Yeah, well, with the one go, just couldn't throw the roses very well, so I had to get rid of it. And the one, my great feeling girl, just I had a day off one day, and I was curious.
Yeah, you just popped out of your chair, all excited, like
just the way Doug was
like
looking
won
at the
the
chips.
lottery.
Let's listen in.
Once again, Rick says, let's listen in when nobody's saying a damn word. Chalk that off your bingo card.
Yeah, you have it like a few minutes. Don't actually see them every day, but like.
What do they think about your ginger? Do they look at it like
Chad in a tough spot. Don't know if Chad really wants to play for it all early on.
You get them more when you go like China or
41 minutes in, and Chad is going to lay it down.
6-5 of hearts. You made a good call.
And ace checks.
Chad tells the table is holding, so I would not advise that.
And that could be the sweat. Raise it up. Because I kind of wish that I logged my Macau journey, but the problem with that is like, if I start advertising Macau, then like we're just going to get influence on like Regs, and like it's not good.
Well, also you're going to not get into certain games, I imagine.
Yeah, but Macau's public though, so it's like.
Oh, everything's public?
Well, I can't get in private games being like 4,000.
Raise to 4,000.
4,000 is the raise with Big Slick suited from Ginge.
What about your
4,000?
Quick call from Doug with ace 10 suited.
I think 10 is pretty dark.
Ooh, 2 spades.
27, 2,000.
Doug slightly ahead here.
How many of us
King Kai sending me text messages of a blowout tire. I think the year says 2018 though.
Yeah.
Those look like old tires.
He just punctured a hole in his own tire.
No excuses, Kai. Stream like a champion. You know the rules here.
Calls 27. Looking for a spade is Doug. We're at 10. Now it's
chop chop. Jacks and sevens, both players with the ace. can one player get the other off of it here? Doug free rolling though with the spades.
There's a king that could still come.
It's not coming. King of spades would be spicy.
Yes.
6,500 is the price.
Yeah, she saw me, she got excited and ran back to the air and just switched both of her legs.
Gonna make the call. Or he's gonna reach in for raisin chips. Oh,
Wow, that's interesting. Those got to play.
Those
Yes.
got to play.
Yeah. Interesting raise here from Ginge. Going to represent the jack. Let's see if Doug believes him or not. Really irrelevant if Doug believes him. Drawing to the flush, no good. And Doug wastes no time. Quickly makes the call here. In position on Ginge. Both players have whipped here, but I don't think we're going to see a chop. Somebody's going to get after it. Will Ginge pull the trigger? If he tells a story there on the turn, he's repping the jack. Needs to pull the trigger. Needs to be rather large here. Could be for all of it. No, pulls, shuts down. Doug has plenty of showdown value with his ace. Don't see him betting here, so looks like we will indeed head for that chop. Doug's in the streets. He rips
all
it.
In.
Doug is getting after it. Well played, Doug. Ginge will be folding. You're not taking a check call for your entire stack. Not buying what Ginge was selling.
Oh, this is a similar
situation. No.
As yesterday.
It's not happening. It's not happening twice in 24 hours. It's not happening. This is a great play, though, by Doug. An excellent bet from Doug. All the haters in the chat for Doug. Take a back seat. He's locked in today. Ginge, all the way from Thailand here, playing at the lodge. It could be you, folks, watching at home. Hit me up, Skull Mike Poker, table 11.
Under the lights, and don't be too surprised if he doesn't make this call.
Not calling, Rick.
Did it yesterday.
Not doing it today. In the tank. Prove me wrong, Ginge. Prove me wrong. Sick to his stomach. $40,000 hero call? Not today. Not today. And it would have been excellent to see. If Ginge pulls the trigger, continues telling the story that he told on the turn, I don't see Doug calling there. But got a little cold feet. Might need to send 2 hot dogs to those cowboy boots for Ginge. Just to heat him up a little bit. Excellent camera work here from the maestro, Matt Sweeney. And this is what it looks like to be in the summertime blender. Reaching for chips. Touching the hat, touching the glasses, rubbing the shoulder. Perhaps second guessing the brunch from Denny's this morning. Stomach is starting to turn. Don't know if Ginge has another bullet. So that might be in the back of his mind if he's called and he's wrong.
Doug. Nice play from Doug. I thought Ginge might have it in him to make a call. He did the same thing yesterday.
Yesterday was for what, like 18,000 hero call? This was for twice that amount. $40,000 hero call, very tough to do. Doug up $80,000.
Aces make an appearance here for Eric.
Not the first time he's had aces.
Seat 3 raises to 750.
I think we got a 3-bet with ace-king.
Wow.
I think we want to ignore that stack size for Al. he's got significantly more.
Raised to 1,750,000 from seat 6.
I think that's a 4-bet.
Al moves on to the coffee. The green juice is to the side.
You hate to see that.
I know, I'm going to lose that bet here. But Big Slick versus Aces.
Could have a huge collision here.
Not really.
These two just love chatting with one another.
Steven just an observer in this one as the shortest stack.
That's what he likes to see. He says, please knock each other out. Play a big one, boys. 4 bets to 1 million, Al. On the button. Also first to act here, 3-handed.
All right, see 3 calls.
All right, we got a call of that 4-bet. So we're going to go off to a flop here in a 4-bet pot. Aces versus Ace-King. Ace-King in terrible shape. Doesn't want to find a single king. Lucky for Ali, doesn't improve here on this flop. Let's see what sizing Eric chooses. Whether it entices Al to continue.
Million.
1 million, half pot wager.
Al rips it all in.
Oh my.
And he's got way more than 326,000.
These are the big stacks here.
So he's got a couple million in chips, does Al. And this is just, this board is so dry. Queen 9, 4 Skittles Rainbow here. What on earth would Al be ripping his entire stack with? Talking with one another. Michelle, the dealer, says no chatting.
Yep, a little bit of banter, a little bit of chatting.
This is just absolutely bonkers here. A massive pot between Al and Eric.
On paper, it's how do you fold aces, but he's thinking, how can you just rip your entire stack into me?
Not something that Eric's used to seeing. Again, a multiple-time WPT champion, $4 million in career earnings.
Thinking we got another player at the table here who a little bit on the shorter side.
It's good. Looks to me, I think he's going to lay this down.
No, not at all. Come on, we know each other long enough to know that.
And a big one that we thought we were going to see. We thought more chips would be in the pot pre-flop.
And we all know how that turned out. Eric Afriat folded his aces in one of the greatest hands ever played here at the Lodge. Mr. Visine man, Al Bauer, who ended up winning that tournament, made the supreme bluff with ace-king as Eric Afriat, a nice gentleman from Montreal, Canada, decided to fold. And we're back, folks. You're watching the 7th monthly Monster Tournament of the year here at the Lodge. All it is a $600 buy-in, folks, and you too could have a chance to be in a tournament that guarantees $500K, and many of these, a few of these, have gone over $1 million in prize pool. We're doing 10 of these this year. And this is the 7th one. The first flight registration is now closed, so we do have 2 flights today. The second one will be at 6 p.m. Noon and 6 p.m. today, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. 8 day 1 flights. The first flight, this afternoon flight, 68 flyers. 41 remain as of this moment, including one young Skull Mike, who doubled up just before the break as his pocket fours found a 4 in the window for his set. And there you see Skull Mike, $75K in chips.
All right, game on, guys. Good luck.
Everyone's talking about no Tyreek Hill.
Did I say 6 p.m.? It's 5 p.m. 11 and 5 p.m., is that it?
It might not matter.
Thank you. Thank you, Yoda. 2 flights, though. I was right on that. 2 flights today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, they still have that. I actually am
3 calls.
not big on Juju, but I think you can still, like, play a number 2 role pretty well.
5 folds.
Slick Rick alone running solo in the bunker, but just walked in the world famous Andrew Neeme, and he'll take off his backpack and join me here in a minute.
8 folds. 9 folds. All right, we have 3 players.
It's been a lot of fun here. 3 players going to a flop. Chris to the dealer will give us the flop. King 7 deuce, Skittles. And Pablo with the Cowboys.
1 bet, 5,500.
And I'd like to welcome into the bunker the world famous Andrew Neeme. How are you doing?
Good afternoon.
Did you get a chance to go to Hoodies? Or did you not?
As a matter of fact, I did. I did go to Hoodies.
And
I want to thank you, Slick Rick, for the suggestion. It was a very solid suggestion. Got myself the special.
The special, nice.
The special with everything and hot peppers and all that
Good.
stuff. Thumbs up on that one.
There you go. So, Andrew, you have joined. You were here for the meetup game. What a meetup game it was yesterday. How many tables did we wind up with at one point? Over 20, right?
Across all the different games, yeah, it was definitely over 20. The room was pumping. I don't know specifically meetup games or 1-2 games or what have you, but yeah, the room was chock full of action. Action to be found all over the place.
Well, Skull Mike is in seat 5. We're playing a little tournament today. Skull Mike found a set right before break to double up. He has 75K in chips.
What a luck box.
He is. He is. It's his birthday week, though, so we're cheering for him.
That's cool. Yeah,
he's going to be 35.
Oh, it's not 8?
Yeah, yeah. He's, in his mind, he's 8 years old. But no, we're cheering for him. So, Andrew, you're going to be here for flying home today?
Nope, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. Good.
I got nowhere to be, nowhere else to be. Now that I got a sandwich,
awesome.
I'm locked in here. I might play some PLO in a little while here. Go over to the 1-2-5 tables and find myself a seat.
Nice.
Sit down for some 4-card action. But for now, let's hang out and see what Skull Mike does with Queen Jack offsuit.
5 bets, 2,500.
Skull Mike leads out. Queen Jack. Folding all around.
Man, this is a pretty sweet upgrade you guys have in here since last time I was in here.
Yes.
We got an extra monitor with the chat, so we can very easily see the chat. No more trying to stare down at our phones
Exactly.
and read the small print.
Chat is the 3rd member of in the bunker at all times. Chad and Skull Mike heads up. Ace 9 deuce Skittles.
Yeah, not too much here for Chad. Pretty standard defend with the connector and the big blind, getting a good price. Nothing too much happening for Scully, but he's got the pre-flop initiative on an ace-high board, which should be good for him.
And he'll take it down. You just missed, as you were walking in, they were playing, as on break, we played some highlights, and one of the highlights was the Al Bauer and Eric Afriat aces versus ace-king that you were commentating
That's right.
on. That was probably going to go down as one of our, at least a top 10 most famous hands ever played at the Lodge.
Just an absolutely legendary hand, that one.
And I think Eric's still talking about that. I saw Al in Vegas at the seniors tournament, and I went up to him and said, "Hey, Al, how you doing?" And he looked at me kind of like, "Do I know you? Don't I know you?" And then he looked at me and I said, "Al, the Lodge." And he goes, "Oh yeah," and he gave me a big hug.
What a guy. Give a couple shout outs here. Danny Fenton in the chat. What's up?
Yeah. Skull Mike folds his Jack 7.
6 bets, 3,000.
So I was mentioning earlier, Andrew, that Brad's latest vlog was, I believe, his best one he's ever done. And the last 3 or 4 minutes, just very heartwarming. The footage of his dad talking, and telling how proud he was of Brad. It was so well done, and I told Brad I think it was his best work he's ever done.
Yeah. I haven't. I've been meaning to find some nice chill time to sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
He released it when I was coming out here, and every time we travel, especially when we come out here, it's always like so nonstop between playing and vlogging and hanging out with people out here, and then whatever happens out after the session and the live stream and all that stuff. So as soon as things settle down for me, I'm going to take some. I don't know. I assume it's like 20 to 30 minutes or so. Take about a half hour and just take it in.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a very heartfelt one.
Yeah.
To say the least.
And Matt, his brother, was in chat the other day, and you know, the love that they have, everybody has for them, and our thoughts are with that family. So,
yeah.
7,000 is the raise now from the newest player at the table. He was inserted there with Ace Queen. He's known as Valley Nicho against Nick.
A couple of very pretty suited hands here, and we're going to see some action. The all-in wager from Nick with his Ace-King suited. Let's see, blinds 1,200. I imagine that you don't really want to read that fold a hand as pretty as this, but when it comes from under the gun, that 4-bet jam looks very strong.
We go deep in the one drop here for a while.
He does get out of the path of that Ace-King suited. Finds an escape from that disaster.
So you played in a bunch of tournaments this summer, World Series of Poker, and then also some WPT events, right? How did it go so far?
Yeah, I was just doing I was just on the grind, doing the tournament grind mostly, as well as like the occasional PLO cash game. I got on the board a couple of times, both at the Venetian. One was before the WPT stuff started, and then one was one of those WPT events. Just an 1,100 event that I cashed. I got 19th place in that one.
Very nice.
About a little under 5K.
Very nice.
And I got 3rd place in that PLO event that was like right at the start of all the summertime poker festivities. So that one was a smaller buy-in though. That one was only $600 and it was a bounty event. So about $7,000 from that one. Those are the only 2 cashes to report, my friends. No bracelets to report.
Is that something on your radar? Obviously, everybody would like one, but is it for some? It's like their #1 goal. I don't get that impression that is your #1 goal.
Definitely not my #1 goal. As we see another all-in wager here in this hand. Skull opened it with the 4s.
He's been lucky with the sailboats. It's what he doubled up with right before break.
Standard jam from Billy after 2 calls with Ace-King suited again. Probably going to be a bit expensive for Mike to call it here. With the 4s. So many pocket pairs he could be up against. Probably not doing great against a range. Unless he's just looking to gamble.
Lays it down.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that one, even though he did happen to have the best hand. And a couple of overs dead. King Queen suited looks pretty.
Wearing that Michigan hat. That's your neck of the woods.
Fellow Michigander.
Were you a Big Blue fan or Michigan State?
Michigan State.
Yeah?
Go green.
There you go.
But these days, I'll root for any Michigan team.
Just growing up, anytime I saw Michigan State on TV playing, it always was dark and gloomy. It never was sunshine. I go, do they ever have sun in Lansing?
That's pretty accurate read right there in the Michigan weather. I mean, we do get like some pretty nice seasons, you know, throughout the year. You do get some good weather in there mixed in, but yeah, those winters can be long and gray for sure.
George Steele in the chat, former poker pro playing in Reno in the 60s. We still want to get him to write a book. I'd love to read it, George Steele. Poker in the 60s. Can you imagine that? That's when it was all just getting out of the back alleys into the casinos.
David Hoff has never been happier than to move away from Michigan. that weather can be depressing. See a raise here from Chase. I know Chase. I've played with Chase.
Yes. Crusher at the cash table.
You do?
Gets an easy victory there. Nobody had anything.
What am I doing?
So you're off. Where's the next journey, adventure for Andrew Neeme?
Back to Vegas from here tomorrow. Flying back to the desert. I am going to shoot up to Northern California for some services this weekend.
Okay.
For Mr. Owen.
Yes.
So I'll go up there for maybe 2 nights.
Well, this is my first time using it.
And then back to Vegas. And I got a couple of weeks to chill around home before getting on a very long flight to Cambodia.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
My goodness.
That's right. I said Cambodia.
Poker related?
World Poker Tour. We're going. We're going to Cambodia. We're gonna do a meetup game. There's a casino called Naga World.
I love it.
And on the 17th of August, if you in the chat can make it to Cambodia, come play a meetup game.
Is there a direct flight from Vegas to?
Absolutely not.
Pocket fives against ace queen. My goodness, Cambodia.
Check from 8.
You'll have to tell me all about it. 9 of diamonds.
3,000 from 3. Call from 8.
Chase finds a call here on the turn with the 3 overs. See what happens on the river here. Yeah, a lot of good cards for Pablo. That is one of them. Now Chase is going to lead out. It's not going to work.
8,000 from 8.
That is going to be a quick call.
Call from 3.
You're good.
I think Chase opened this hand pre-flop, didn't see all the action. I don't know if it was 3-bet or what have you. I think it might have just been a single raise pot. So he tried to represent the ace, maybe get one of those middling pairs better than his 5s to fold, but unfortunately runs into it there. Standard call on the river.
So tournament poker today. We are playing the 7th monthly monster event of the year. We'll play 10 total, and then the final event of the year for this monthly monster tournament is a free roll. Top 18 point getters. How do you earn points in the monthly monster? You just cash. If you cash, you get points equal to the dollar amounts that you cash. I think 1% of your cash total is turned into points. Top 18 come back. We've already got over 65,000 in the prize pool for the free roll. That's in December. Somebody's going to have a mighty nice holiday season. 18 players, all 18 players will earn money that day. It's just a matter of how much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
As always, we'll award a Most Valuable Chatter award at the end of each show. Someone is crowned the Most Valuable Chatter. They take with pride the knowledge that they were positive. They offered maybe a funny comment or two, and just were a great part of the stream. Slick Rick and Andrew Neeme now in the bunker. If you have any questions for Andrew, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer them. He's
let's do it.
Tremendous ambassador of the game. Speaking of ambassadors of the game, how about Boston Jimmy? Is there a nicer guy who just loves poker? I mean, he just loves the game and wants to give back.
Yep, one of the nicest guys I think I've ever met here in this poker life, this poker journey.
Yeah,
we've gone out to dinner 3 times now. The last time we had to repeatedly tell him that he was not going to be paying for dinner. And I do mean repeatedly and seriously. He was He was not allowed to contribute because the previous 2 times we went out to dinner to very nice restaurants, he just secretly paid for everybody, the entire bill. And it was like at least 8 people each time.
Jeez. Pablo raised to 4,300. Skull Mike with big slick.
Finding some hands.
C5 raises.
He raised. Don't know how much it is. Let's see what it is. To 10,500.
Yeah, we'll see how much credit Pablo wants to give him here. I mean, Skull Mike, just look at him. You know, like, look at that guy. You just feel like he's messing with you. And you have a hand like Ace Queen. You want to fight back versus this guy. But once again, Mike has the goods. Pablo just with the flat call.
Jack 7-5, couple spades.
Check.
Pablo in deep trouble, looking for the Queen of Hearts. That's what's available for him.
Almost identical stacks here. Pablo only has 1K more.
C5, that's 7,500.
Skull continues with a C bet. Pablo's got some backdoors and 2 overs. Ace Queen could be good here a lot of the time, but he lets it go. Gets out of the way, loses about the minimum there, I'd say.
Thank you.
Yeah, Skull Mike played the main event. Made it to day 2. There you see the chip count. Andy and Skull Mike leading the way, about 87,000. Dylan, 77,000. Short stack right now is Chad with 18.9K.
Some pretty deep stacks at this point in the tournament, especially on this table. Just Chad there, who is in the danger zone. Hope Skull has a good dentist. What does that mean?
I don't know either. That's good. Poker Chat Pro will let us know. Paul Edwards is a true legend from Australia. Early morning hours in Australia right now. Always supports the stream. Ace-5 suited for Skull Mike.
Mikey with another playable hand. Raisable hand.
2,700 from C5.
Dylan with a 9-7 suited in position. Makes the call.
Call. 7, 8, 4.
There's 100% here.
Call.
And Andy defends the 69 in the big blind.
Chewing gum, that's why he's saying he hopes he has a good dentist.
I see.
Skull is chewing the gum today.
1, 2, 3 players.
3 players to a flop. Krista gives it to us. 9-8-6 Skittles and 2 pair for, looked like 2 pair for Andy, I saw quickly.
9.
Yep, and I believe top pair plus an open ender in the mix as well.
Chase folded.
As we get caught up on the graphics here shortly. Bit of an action flop though between at least 2 of these players.
9 bets, 8,000.
Yeah, not too much for Mike here. He's going to get out of the way.
5 fold.
And we'll see what Dylan wants to do. Looks like a flat call.
6 calls.
Seems reasonable. Full house now for Andy.
Check from 9.
He's going to try and set a trap here. Checks it over. Dylan's not going for it though. Top, no.
2 pair for
a different
for Dylan.
2 pair.
Yeah, different 2 pair.
4 to a straight now though. On the board. And Andy doesn't want that to check through. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for some value here.
9, bet 30,000.
It's a big bet. 30,000. If you're Dylan, I don't think you could beat too much here. And he doesn't think for too long before letting it go. He's got a bunch of pairs there, but 4 to a straight on board. He's got one of the most obvious draw cards in his hand with that 7. So it seems unlikely that his opponent was leading out with a draw there, and he's able to get out of the way.
So is Boosie going to travel with you to Cambodia, or are you going solo?
I'm going solo on this one. I'll be on multiple flights. It's going to take me about 24 hours to get there, I think, and even longer on the way back. So we signed up for something here with this WPT partnership, but the travel itself, not the highlight of this trip, I think. But we're going to find out what poker in Cambodia is all about.
That's awesome,
and we'll report back on the vlog.
I will definitely be watching that vlog.
Will hoodies make the lodge vlog, Andrew? I think so.
Nice.
I'm probably going to go play some PLO in a little while here, and so that'll be the intro. My sandwich will be in there.
You know,
Slick Rick will get a shout out.
It's a funny thing about hoodies. I'll tell you something after this hand. In between the next hand, I'll tell you the story.
All right.
It's Chad with 10-8 suited. Blinds are 600, 1200, 1200.
Yeah, he's getting a little short here, but getting a very good price. Definitely want to get in there, get in the mix. Hope something works out. That's a good card. That's a good flop for Chad. That's about as good as you could ask for with a pair plus flush draw plus straight draw. We got a straight flush draw.
Straight flush draw. Looking for a jack.
Yeah, just rip it in there. I think that's good. I think these two hands are probably going to hit the muck. But yeah, you would hate to have that check through and an ace peels off or a king peels off.
So the story about hoodies and how I know, the guy's name is actually Richard Hood. So, and that's how you get hoodies. He was partners with a gentleman in 1981. And first of all, you want to play on the Lodge live stream, go to the lodgepokerclub.com/livestream, or better yet, contact Skull Mike directly on his Instagram or Twitter at Skull Mike Poker. We'd love to have you on. Start the conversation with Skull Mike and let's make it happen. So in 1980, I was a freshman in high school. That's how old I am. I'm 56. Not ashamed.
This was the year I was born.
1980. Little sub shop next to my high school named Delaware Sub Shop. He and his buddy opened it up. They were young guys. Opened up a sub shop, and my mom and I were the first ever customers in their sub shop.
Really?
He and his partner had a falling out. He decided to open his own sub shop called Hoodies, and there's the connection. Same sub, just different name. I was his first ever customer.
Very cool.
I wasn't known as Slick Rick back then. Skull Mike with the pocket pair again here.
They have a lot of photos on the walls. Are there any photos of you on the wall?
None. But my dollar bill used to be, you know how some businesses frame the first dollar? Our $10 bill was in there for the longest time. I don't know whatever happened to that.
Sure. 112.
So here you go. Skull Mike set mining here with the Ducks. Don't know what Billy has in seat 2. Needs to rescan his cards. Krista will give us a flop. Skull Mike does not get his set. Queen, Jack, 9, couple of clubs. Pair of queens, good kicker for Pablo.
Yeah, a couple things happening here for a couple people. Andy was getting speculative on the dealer button and finds a flush draw and a straight draw.
9 calls. 1, 2, 4.
These two guys are going to be battling here.
Heads up.
That King 3 has 41% here. And there's 2 pair.
Yep.
Or no, sorry, just bottom pair.
Just a bottom pair,
no,
but a club draw.
Don't mind me. Luckily, they don't pay me any extra to step in here into the booth.
44.
Thanks, AA Flag Call Chuck. That's very nice. He was just Slim Rick back then. Yeah, it happens. 4,400 is the bet. Quick call with the flush draw on the button. Now you got Pablo with the queens and nines.
Yeah, Pablo makes a pretty defensive bet here on the river. He would hate to get raised. Without a blocker bet, no more value from bottom pair, which is not, it is 2 pair. See, he had 9s and 3s there on the river, but no value to be found there.
Yeah, that's that. I'm just thinking about that longer than 24 hours, because I'm going to be taking a long flight in December. I'm going to Italy. My wife and I are, and so I'm looking at that, and I think it's 17 hours our trip, and I'm just dreading it. But
yeah. So how long is it? 17.
17 hours. You know, with the layover. I think Austin to Atlanta and then to Rome. So,
okay. Well, that'll be great. So how long are you guys going for?
Just about 8 days.
Nice.
And going in December, I know it's going to be cold in Italy, but we wanted to go last year for our 30th. But, you know, something called COVID happened. And
sure.
Didn't want to get stuck in Italy. You know, my wife said, why not? I said,
life could be worse. I mean,
yeah. But, you know.
Yeah, we need to have you here. Although we probably could have patched you in from Italy.
Yeah, but, you know, what I'm worried about is, you know, a week, okay, but, I mean, it gets expensive, you know. But anyways, we're going to go in December.
That'll be great. So is your guys' first time in Italy?
Yes.
Man, that's fantastic.
Both my wife and I.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, it's my wife's dream trip.
Awesome.
So here we go. Billy with the Ducks in seat 2. Pablo ace-8. And we've got another pocket pair in seat 1.
All right, we have 4 players.
Chad with the tray. How about a deuce-3 flop? Let's see some action. There's a 3-ball. Set for Chad.
Set for Chad.
9 chip.
5,000.
He loves to see that. He's got 20K in his stack, less than 20 bigs. I think Andy will continue here. Find a raise. He just puts him in. Chad is loving it. He's in great shape. 90% chance to win this hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got enough going on here. I got middle pair. I got a couple back doors. Let's just stick all the money in.
Needs an 8 of clubs. Does not come. The chief of police, Chris the cop, says his wife was born in Napoli. Naples. Yeah, that's one of the cities. We're going to Rome, Naples, and Florence. Those are the 3 cities we picked.
Great.
Good choice, do you think?
I think you guys are going to have a fantastic trip.
Yeah. Going to be in Rome, interestingly enough, on Christmas, which, you know, it's pretty big. There's something called the Vatican, you know.
Heard of it?
Big deal.
Heard of it?
And on Christmas, it might be interesting. So we'll see.
Yeah. Have you guys done any research on tours or anything specific yet?
We have, and
right.
We're watching a lot of YouTube, you know, trips and food and what to do, what not to do, and so we'll see. You know, talking to a lot of friends who have gone.
Yeah.
And we decided against Venice. Just a lot of people said, you know what? If I had to do over again, I would have spent more time here or there and less time in Venice. So I don't know.
Yeah, you've been to the Venetian. What's the difference?
Exactly. That's what I told my wife. Let's just go to the Venetian. 2.5-hour flight.
There you go.
She didn't go for it. Ace King for Skull Mike.
A lot of playables for Mike.
Look at that lodge hat. You can get that on our website.
You should get that.
I saw you wearing one of the dad hats.
Yeah, I've been rocking the dad hat. I was never really a dad hat wearer, but I've been digging that one.
Raise from Andy with King Jack offsuit. Skull Mike going nowhere. It's just a question of what he wants to do here. Both players with pretty deep stack. Skull Mike may just want to see this flop.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Skull Mike chooses here. He's the under the gun spot. Feels like he should be getting some respect, but he's been playing a lot of hands, so. Maybe he's got a better hand than what they perceive him to show up with.
Go Mike is
for it.
He's going to raise it.
Foot on the gas.
22.5 from C5. Fold from
Take it down.
Go Mike says, I don't want to see a flop.
Yeah, out of position. Better just win it pre-flop.
All right, blinds at 8, 16, 16.
Shout out to Zylock, I think was his name in there. A couple of family members himself battling the COVID. Get well soon.
Oh, yeah. Lots happened at the Lodge. Obviously, we got the monthly monster. Then on the 12th of next month, the six-handed, something we've never done before, I don't think, a six-handed tournament. And then, of course, I know we've never done the heads-up tournament, which is the 13th through the 15th. And we will be streaming one of the semifinal matches and the finals on the 15th. That's a Monday. That'll be our Monday stream that day. Heads up, when you move on, lose, you go home. Or you go play something else here at the Lodge.
Love a good heads-up tournament. Fortunately, I'll have to miss that one. I'll be on my 14th flight to Cambodia at that time. But
I just think of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You ever see that movie?
Yeah, classic.
Classic movie. Steve Martin.
I can never tell with you.
John Candy, the great John Candy.
Put your orange
Gone too soon.
Yeah.
All the good ones gone too soon.
But yeah, the heads-up tournament should be great. Should be cool. I've got a couple of heads-up tournament victories on my Hendon mob, believe it or not.
Really?
Believe it or not. 2 of them.
All right, heads up, guys.
I'm going to ask you a question after this hand. As Chase and Chad go to the flop. Queen 9-4.
Check from 8.
As Yoda posts when the 6-max tourney and the heads-up tourney are happening.
Check from 1.
Chad grabs chips and then checks with them over the line. Kind of weird.
I'll be a knit and check.
He's high.
That's going to win.
So question for you, since you've had some success in heads-up. I've never played heads-up tourney. If you had a piece of advice, or maybe 2, what is your piece of advice in heads-up tournament action? Do you have, is there something, do you open more? Do you 3-bet more? Is it aggression? I just can't wrap my head around.
Probably buy Doug's heads-up course on Upswing.
Yes,
that would be my
that would be a good suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the small blind on the button, you're going to be wanting to open almost all of your hands. You know, you can get away with folding some real trashy ones, but you're going to want to come in for a raise when you're first to act pre-flop on the button. Vast majority of your hands, you're going to want to be in the mix there.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. One piece of advice, one nugget of wisdom from Andrew Neeme for heads up. Nick with Jack 3 suited. Folds, and Skull Mike looks down at King Deuce.
Neeme, if you've never been to Cambodia, check out Killing Fields Tour and or S13 School Tour. All right. I'll look into it.
It was the best hand.
So there's a guy who watches poker blogs who reached out to me on Instagram, sent me a DM, saying he works at the U.S. Embassy in Cambodia and enjoys the poker and the poker vids.
Interesting.
Says to hit him up if I'd like a little insight while I'm over there.
How surprised are you if you see just a ton of people for the meetup game just saying, we love your vlogs? I mean, that's just would be the coolest thing to find people that just around the world, speaking different language, just watching your vlogs.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure.
Love it.
8 bets,
But just you have something in common, the great game of poker.
Yep. Yeah, I've actually played poker in Shanghai, China.
Really?
It was at a home game in Shanghai. But that was pre-vlog, so nobody knew of me over there. So yeah, Should be a pretty fun trip.
I love it.
Taking this very seriously, guys.
Are you? So it's a WPT event.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have a couple different tours. Like they have the main tour, which usually like the main event for that tour is either 3,500 or 5K. Like this one at the Venetian over the summertime, the main event was 5K. They have this other tour called the WPT Prime Tour, which is a little bit lower of buy-ins, and that's what this Cambodia one is a part of.
Okay.
And so I think the main event, don't quote me, but I think it's 1,100, something in that neighborhood.
Nice.
So, yeah, definitely more approachable buy-ins. There's a bunch of different tournaments that are on the festival schedule. You can check it out if you just do a search for WPT Cambodia. You'll be able to take a look at the schedule and see what the buy-ins are, and you also see the meetup game on the schedule on the 17th.
Well, I want to give you a special request. Since we've had Norman Chad and Lon McCarron on the stream, two of my favorites. One of my other favorites is Vince. And if you see him, please let him know. We'd love to have him on the stream. I know he plays a lot of poker.
Okay, yeah.
Nice guy.
It's crazy. Like everybody that I've met at WPT is just super nice. So you got Tony Dunst, you got Lynn Gilmartin.
Yes, Lynn Gilmartin.
The CEO, Adam Pliska, super nice guy.
All in here from Chase with Big Slick.
Be gone. Be gone.
Back over to Valley Nicho. I don't know what he's thinking about. Yeah, the only thing that I would have, if I were you, I would have loved to gotten involved a little early and got to meet the great Mike Sexton. Have you met him before he passed away?
No, I never got to meet him, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah,
he just seems like a nice guy. I mean, a lot of these guys, you never know who they truly are, but he always seemed like he was just the most genuine guy.
Yeah, he definitely left quite the impression, I think, like with the company, I think so much of his personality and just the way he was towards people, they tried to, hire similar around him and the team. And you just kind of see that, just like I said, like everybody that you come across with the tour there and that's on the team, it's just super nice people.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah, I wish I could have met.
Yeah.
Wish I could have met Sexton. Shout out to Mixon in the chat. Mixon Poker.
Mixing it up.
He's going to
play Pitmaster General.
He's going to play this on Friday, it looks like. He wishes he could play today because he sees Skull Mike in there with those chips. Wants to win them all off of him.
Can we talk about not eating?
We got a raise from early position from Billy with a suited ace, and Nick is 2 spots over with the ladies. A little bit of posturing.
4 raise.
3-bet coming in.
To 11,000. 5 fold, 6 fold, 7 fold.
Yeah, Chris the Cop. I'd like Gabe Kaplan too. That would be fun too. Get all the legends in to the Lodge live stream. Back over to Billy with ace-6 suited. He's already got 4,000 in there.
Yeah, these blinds have gone up. It's 800 and 1,600. Billy's got 30K, so can't really just peel here with the ace-6 suited. Just gonna have to let it go.
Poker Chat Pro, I agree. But we've had a lot of famous people in the bunker, but not yet Gabe Kaplan. Who knows? It was probably my favorite stream ever when Lon and Norm were down here. Oh, what fun we had. Those guys are great guys. Lon is just the straightest arrow, and Norm just, Lon tees it up and Norm sends it out of the park.
Yeah. What a team.
Aces for Pablo.
7,700. Seat 4,
You got an orange
fold,
shit.
5 fold.
Is there like a broadcasting Hall of Fame or something like that?
I don't know. There should be. I mean, some of those guys.
I guess they're part of. They might be part of the
Poker Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Poker Hall of Fame.
I imagine there's some. They should be.
No action for the aces, unfortunately, for Pablo.
Yeah, no action. I think definitely, you know, some of the guys who really helped the game grow, obviously Lon and Norm, obviously Mike Sexton, Gabe Kaplan of the work that he used to do with high stakes poker. That still to me is, you know, I just love those streams, those old high stakes poker when they're playing with bricks of $100 bills.
Yeah.
And just tossing them in like rocks. It was classic. Pablo with Queen 10 over to Nick. What does Skull Mike have this go around? Ace 4 suited.
What she said.
Yeah, took a couple hands off. He's going to get right back into it right here.
5-bet, 3,600.
Look at Skull Mike in his hoodie and his sunglasses. So intimidating.
Call from 6.
Flat call with Queen Jack suited. Ace 10 for Chad. Lets it go in the worst position. Actually had the best hand there, but worst position. A little tough to play it. Ace 10 offsuit out of the small blind. A lot of reverse implied odds a lot of the time.
Okay, 3 players.
And lucky for Skull Mike that that Ace 10 hit the muck, because he's got way the best hand now. Trip aces. Billy's got himself a 5, so he's going to feel a little incentive to continue versus this bet we know is coming.
5 bets, 4,000.
Queen Jack suited is out of there. Nope. But it's just going to get out of the way.
So Skull's going to take that. Did you ever wear sunglasses ever playing? I never seen you wear sunglasses.
I think I tried it like once or twice earlier on in my poker days. Obviously, it didn't really do it for me, because those are the only times I think I did it. I guess I could try it again. Under the lights.
Under the lights. So you know, it seems like any poker room you walk into, I mean, like it or not, I know you're not going to agree to this, but like it or not, you were one of the most visible and more well-known people in the poker community. It just is. And going into any poker room, do you feel that sometimes it's a disadvantage or an advantage, or does it even matter?
So like when I'm playing poker?
Yes.
I think probably it's probably a net positive, but it does sort of induce people to try things against me.
Exactly.
Which can make it kind of difficult sometimes, because when people are aggressive, you know, this game awards aggression.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd much prefer people are just like passively calling down with weak hands or whatever.
You just described my game, but go on. Go on.
You don't really. You prefer people not to really put you in the tough spots. You know, you don't know if they have it or if they're just screwing around.
Right.
And a lot of times they're screwing around, but you don't know in the moment. You know, you don't. It's hard to know. It's not like they're announcing it.
Because some guys will just say, you know what, it was worth the $1,200 because I got a damn good story now.
Yeah.
Of my time with Andrew Neeme.
I sort of have to remind myself to just, you know, click the call button. You know, just if I have a top pair or something, I just have to just click call and not make too many hero folds sometimes. But then there's other times where, you know, maybe somebody watches the vids or they even are a fan of the content, but they don't care. You know, they're not going to like just throw money. They're just going to like throw money into a fire, and so they just show up with it. So it's hard to really know in the moment what someone's up to.
That's awesome. Pocket nines, we've seen that hand a couple times today. He's going to raise it on up. That salmon colored chip is a 5K chip. Yellow are 1,000, purple 500, blacks are 100.
So Pablo lets it go with the Jack 5 suited there. I think we could have taken it off. It's suited. Yeah, could have taken a flop, but Nick had a pretty good hand here. Just the one over with the Jack.
starting stack dev today was $40K. Buy-in was $600. Guarantee $500K. And a couple times in this tournament, this is the 7th of 10 that we're running this year. A couple times we've gone over $1 million in prize money for this tournament. Not too shabby.
No, for a $600 buy-in.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It'll all end on Sunday with somebody late Sunday, maybe early Monday, walking out of here with a good amount of money.
Feel free to go register, Rick. I got this. You
I
want to
know.
go play it?
I know.
Try and get rich?
I just wish I was better at tournaments. I've tried everything but practicing lessons.
Yeah, I hear you. Who has the time, really? Pablo, suited ace jack. Pocket fives in the small blind. I like anything other than a fold. He's going to go with the 3-bet or fold strategy. And with the fives, decides on a 3-bet. Skull Mike right behind him with ace-king, though. So that 3-bet is about to get lit up. Pablo's going to say, what's going on here? I have ace-jack suited. I open from the dealer button. I'm not getting any respect, and this is a pretty good hand. But we got a 4-bet coming here. Ranges are always super wide when it's dealer versus the blinds.
All in from Skull Mike, showing us how to play big slick.
I was like, oh, come on. I got 3-bet and 4-bet now. I have a suited ace-jack. All right.
This would be for Nick's tournament life.
It's looking like he wants to fold pretty quickly here. It's the best hand, but how can you know?
He's contemplating it.
Yep. It's not going to be a quick decision after all.
Doesn't really need to count his chip. Well, I guess he's counting to see if where he is in relation to the blinds.
Oh, you guys disappeared.
Skull Mike.
Classy. I think you won the bubble challenge.
Nick's going back and forth. He's thinking about these things. These are some wide ranges, dealer versus small blind versus big blinds.
You're not scared of the
It's
bubble?
just fives, though.
Not even close to the bubble yet.
There's some tabletop.
Yep. Mike's pretty comfortable out there at this point. Pretty comfortable. Nick's thinking, this is a tournament, though. I got to make some things happen. If I want to bag a lot of chips and make a deep run in this thing, got to make some things happen. Maybe this is an opportunity. Win a big flip. Maybe he's got ace-4 suited.
Skull Mike now blowing bubbles on stream. Look at that hoodie. Great looking.
You think he's going to call or fold?
I think he's going to fold.
Yeah,
he folds. Showing how you play big slick pre-flop.
Yeah, that puts Scully over the 100K mark. He's got 118,000 in chips now. Things are going well today for him.
Not too shabby.
A lot of hands. He's been getting dealt a lot of hands. Playing them well, too.
For the birthday boy. Now, so there was a hand. Did you get a chance to watch Kendall last weekend?
I've been seeing some of the highlights.
Yeah. She was in a huge hand, and she ran hot for both of the streams she played. I think one over 70,000, but she was in a hand that she had the nuts. And at the very last second, as she's waiting to be called, she started to talk to a player across the table.
Yeah,
and I just felt like wrong time to have a chat with somebody across the table. Like, you're not even worried about the hand. You're so confident that you can now begin conversations with people that aren't even near you. Aces from Pablo And he folded because he looked stunned that she was having that conversation. And
her opponent had a big hand. It had the nut flush. It was a paired board. She had queens full on the river. Queen came on the river. And he made a good fold there. He was really eyeing her when she was engaging in all that conversation.
Right. The minute she did that, he looked. You could see his look. He quickly glanced to the right and folded. Pocket sixes for Dylan against the aces. Big trouble for Dylan.
All right, we're heads up, guys.
No, that's just a really athletic bug.
There's set for Pablo.
Top set of aces in the monthly monster. What a dream.
Seat 3, that's 4,000. 6 folds.
A little bit of disappointment there on Pablo's face, but better than getting cracked.
Slick Rick along with Andrew Neeme, and Andrew's going to be playing some PLO tonight until tomorrow. So if you're in the area, want to say hello to Andrew, he'll be at the lodge tonight throwing around some wagering discs.
Absolutely. Get on down here. We've been getting like 4 1-2-5 PLO games.
PLO is blowing up right now at the lodge.
Let's do it. Come on down. Play some 4-card. I'll be straddling. But yeah, on that table talk stuff, I don't know. Unless you just have a knack for it, unless you're like, Daniel Negreanu, who's just naturally good at all that table talk, engaging with players, I would lean just towards keeping quiet, whether you have it or not.
And make no mistake, she is a crusher, and I really enjoyed watching her play. I'm not critiquing anything about her play. In that moment, I thought that was a challenge for her to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have. Were you aware of her before these streams? That
No,
she appeared
first time ever. I've met her, and but she's a crusher.
Yeah, she got him.
And I'm sure she'll be back. That's anytime you win 70 grand over a weekend, the lodge vaults into the. Yeah, it's a great place to play. Queens versus Jack 10 suited. Let's see what Chase can get here.
Now, Jack 10 suited only with 19% versus the Queens. And not any help here on this flop. Unless Chase has got a read, perhaps. It's not Pablo's favorite flop, that's for sure. Nope, he's out of there. I've been playing a little short deck lately online.
Interesting.
I've been dabbling on the WPT Global platform.
Never played it, so that's short deck. You get rid of the deuces through fives.
Exactly. Yeah, so that Jack 10 suited performs much better in short deck versus the aces than it does in this game.
So there you see it, over 1.5 million in guaranteed, highlighted with the main event, $1,200 buy-in, $1 million guarantee. All happens, all 15 events, starting September 6th through the 19th. If you are going to come, and we encourage, we hope everyone does, make your hotel reservations early. September is a kind of big month for the Austin area. A lot of events happening, and just go ahead and make your hotel reservations now. Here's an all-in moment for Billy with ace-10 suited.
Yeah, he's got the best hand. So far, at least. Ooh, Dylan finds pocket tens. Yep, he's going to reshove to isolate here with pocket tens. Race to be the best hand a lot of the time.
7, 8 fold.
Chad is out of there with the king jack suited.
Shows the cards. Little advertising.
35% for Billy here, even though he's just got the 1 over. So he's going to win this more than 1 and 3. There's a club and there's an ace.
There's an ace. Looking for the last 10 as Dylan doesn't come. Billy is going to double up.
24-2.
Paul, I agree. She was very fun to watch. She's a very interesting player. Hopefully she'll be back. Skull Mike does an excellent job in being the game manager and putting together groups of people that not only want to play, but that'll be fun to watch. And that it is a talent. It is very hard to do. Obviously, you know, we've got some local players that we love to see, but to mix in some different people. And there you see Skull Mike just talking nicely about him. See, now if I was out there and he was in here, Skull Mike would not ever say anything nice about me. I'm just kidding. Skull Mike at 117K. There he goes on a rocket ship. He wants to win it on his 35th birthday on Saturday. What a birthday present that would be on Sunday.
Indeed. Just treat yourself to the biggest score you've ever had.
Yes. David, don't worry about Efan. He will be back. Efan will be back. A fan favorite. Ace-3 offsuit for Skull.
We played day one for like 13, 12 hours one day. That was a long time.
Pretty fun meetup game we had here yesterday and last night. I was in for $1,500 in the 300 max game.
Oh, nice, nice.
Managed to only book a loss of $70.
There you go. Sometimes those are the best nights.
Felt good.
All-in moment for Dylan with ace-queen. As Skull Mike raised it to 3,500. It's going to be interesting to see what Skull Mike decides for another 20,000 or so.
He's going to find the muck with this 3 kicker. It's funny, sometimes you start getting a little bit out of line here, the ace-3 offsuit. As soon as it happens, someone just rips it right into you.
You're watching tournament poker today on the Lodge live stream. We mix that in. We'll also do tournament poker on August 15th. That's a Monday, a couple weeks from today. Actually, a couple weeks from last Monday. But anyways, it will be Heads Up Tournament. We'll stream not only one of the semifinal matches, we'll also stream the final match. And I believe, unless Doug is in it, I believe Doug Polk will be commentating. The Heads Up specialist. I found myself the other day when Boss Jimmy let me play his stack, I found myself heads up against Doug Polk.
You did.
And didn't do too well, but I didn't lose a lot.
Tough poker player, that Doug Polk.
Pretty good.
I was watching a couple hands back that I played with him on that most recent stream that you're referencing, and he just doesn't have it, but just finds a way to win. And he's fearless, just barrels. He's got some equity. He's barreling for sure.
Yeah,
tough player. But he's also like got a really good just table presence. He's fun to have at the table. He's real engaging with everybody. He's actually really good at the meetup game thing. You know,
yes,
real good at like playing the host role.
And that stream, he was a little under the weather, so he wasn't his normal jovial self, but he usually is the same whether he's winning or losing. Ace-7, 8-7 suited versus Ace-4 suited.
Yeah, this was a smaller shove than the one that Skull Mike ran into. So even though it looks weird calling a shove with the 8-7 suited, it's not for very much, and he is in fact live, 2 cards live. Not so much anymore. That's going to just about wrap it up.
Yes.
Double up for Valley Nicho.
Yes, Valley Nicho.
Back up to just about 20 bigs for Valley.
And folks, I've been told we're probably going to go for another 30, 35 minutes is what I've been told because of the way the dinner break works. It just think this will be the stopping time, but we'll see what happens here.
Are we good?
I may be wrong. I've been wrong before on the stop time.
People.
910 in the live chat. Not too shabby on a Wednesday.
Yeah, a little tournament action, a little day one tournament action. I would say that's not too shabby at all. Skull Mike on the table has not killed our viewership. It's good to see.
Yes. With ace-7 offsuit.
5,000 from 5.
He's going to make it 5,000.
Yeah, he's playing his chip leader role. He's getting after it. He's got an ace. Takes puts some removal to some really good hands out there.
Probably one of my friends.
Huh.
You can afford it if it doesn't work out.
So Mixon's telling me there's no dinner break. I don't know why I was told that then. I will defer to you, Mixon. You are the lodge tournament extraordinaire, expert. And by the way, makes mighty fine barbecue. So I don't know why I was told that, but that's what I was told.
And that corn dish. What do you call that corn side? Does it have a special name or anything?
I
It's
don't
just the
know.
corn.
When he brings his stuff in, I just get mesmerized by the brisket.
That corn was
he's
like
so
some of the
talented.
best I've ever had.
Yeah. He's a talented guy. Also plays hockey.
Yeah, very nice guy. Good poker player. 5-4 suited. Could open, but
Keep 4 fold. 5 fold.
lets it go.
6 fold.
Yoda's saying it's Mexican street corn. Is that what it's called? Yoda would know.
I thought that was more so like on the cob, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right, Yoda of Chatsville. Pombo makes an obvious defend here with an 8-7 suited.
All right, heads up, guys.
Heads up.
There's 2 diamonds, but there's the 8 for Pablo.
Andrew, thanks for getting me into PLO. I may lose an ass load of money, but I have fun. Love to hear it, Cameron. What are you doing tonight?
7 call.
King does nothing for
3 bets 4,000.
Valley.
I was reading that PLO comment. I wasn't sure what happened on the flop. I don't know if it was check back call or if it was just lead call. King now on the turn. Nothing happening here for Valley, although he was the pre-flop raiser. King usually better for him, but stays out of trouble here. He does not get adventurous with it because he's only got about 24K here, and he's getting pretty short now that the blinds are up.
So much.
Thank you.
Blinds are up once again.
So I really appreciate it.
And Krista will leave. She did a fine job. Danny Fenton
Good
asks,
luck to everybody.
who does the best brisket in Austin, other than Mixon, who learned from some of these guys. Obviously, Franklin is world class. That's, but there are a lot of places, probably 3 or 4 places right behind Franklin. But Mixon's, if you know, Blacks, obviously, Gambit says, but I like Style Switch, mixing it up. But brisket is pretty important to the area. You got to be pretty good. You can't just be okay in this town. Yeah, Ragnar, Smitty's, and Lockhart is good.
There's a lot more exploration I need to do. I guess I'm doing okay. I've been going to some spots now.
Yeah.
I went to Hoodies today.
Yeah.
Check that off the list. I got to get to some more restaurants though for sure. We went to Jay Carver's.
I heard that was pretty good.
It was great. Yeah.
Was that on what street? Do you know what street?
It's just off of West 6th.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fantastic. That was Skull Mike spot that it was his first time too, but he'd been wanting to go there for a while now, and and we did it, and everyone had a great meal. And shout out to my buddy Dan Sparger, who lost a credit card roulette.
That's brutal. I always remember when Skull went out to dinner with about 7 guys who make a lot more than Skull. They eat a nice dinner. Skull thought he was going out and going to get a free dinner. He ended up paying for the dinner. Not good.
No. Yeah, I told Skull Mike he was due to book a win in the credit card roulette, and indeed he was. But yeah, my buddy Dan. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with these pocket kings here. Chase lets the queen jack offsuit, or sorry, Chad lets the I think ace. Maybe I'm confused. We'll see what happens here. We'll let the graphics do the talking.
9-5-4, couple diamonds. Only one with a diamond is Chase, but Pablo with the Cowboys is going to make it 30K. Over to Chase with just a hope and a dream. With 53,000 chips, he can't afford to gamble on that hand. And Pablo's going to take it down again.
Yeah, I think that ace-4 suited hit them up pre-flop. But either way, pocket king's good. Best hand wins. But yeah, my buddy Dan Sparger, he's been in the blog a couple times. Good friend of mine in Las Vegas, along with his wife Kim. He came out here and surprised Brad and I.
You didn't know he was coming?
No, he just we were playing on the stream on Monday.
Yeah.
Turn around and there's Dan.
Well, I told you he came up to me in the seniors event and introduced himself, and to me, and nice guy.
One of the nicest, one of the best.
I didn't realize he surprised you out here.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good surprise.
You got to tell your buddy Jamin to come out here.
Yeah, we need Jamin.
I don't think he's ever been to the lodge.
Really?
I don't know. If he has, I was not here. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah,
I love the cartoons that he does.
Oh yeah, his stuff's the best. His stuff's my favorite. It's amazing. And he cranks it out. His consistency is great.
Yeah.
Cranking it out, does it all himself.
I keep telling him, I said, I know I'm going to arrive in the poker community when you make a little Slick Rick cartoon walking across to say hello, Jamin. So maybe one day.
All right, we got to make that happen. We got to make all the above happen. We need Jamin out here, play on a stream.
Yeah.
We got to fly him out. Give him the VIP treatment as a thank you for all those vids.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad and I, we each have some editing help these days, but Jamin's still doing everything on his own.
Jeez.
And he works a full-time job, and he's a dad.
He is. I used to love seeing his little daughter in the vlogs. And,
Folding for sure. Let's claim it up.
I'm 8 high. We're folding.
he came to our party, though. You were there November 6th, and so he was at the world-famous party when we celebrated reaching 12,000 subscribers. Now we're at 73,000.
Wow.
Not too shabby.
Let's keep it going, folks. If anyone hasn't hit that subscribe button, cost you $0. Helps us out.
Yes.
If you enjoy this content. RL brisket breakfast tacos sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
Just a small hang up here as we get sorted in the tournament.
Yeah, there was a little hang up there. Hey, Trey, good to have you in the chat. Folks, Slick Rick along with Andrew Neeme for another few minutes. Having some fun here. Get down to the lodge. You can enter tonight's flight. Starts at 5 p.m. So both Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 2 flights, 11 a.m., 5 p.m. in this monthly monster where we're guaranteeing $500K in prize money. And it should go over that. I have a feeling with how the Art of Poker, we set an all-time record a little while ago, a week or two ago in the Art of Poker. I just have a feeling this monthly monster is destined for great, people. The WSOP is done. People are back in town, ready to play some poker.
Yep. Room was pumping yesterday. over 20 cash games, maybe 25 cash games going.
Yeah.
Simultaneously. Plus the free roll tournament.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
Texas
crazy.
free roll tournament.
The gentleman that just left. Pardon me?
Dreamo says, nice playing with you, Andrew, yesterday.
Cheers, bud.
So, 8 calls.
JP3 World going to attend the meetup game in Tampa that Brad and Andrew will be at. So excited. Yeah, after all the previously mentioned festivities and travel and everything, Brad and I will be at the Hard Rock in Tampa. That is at the start of September, I believe. I'll be going straight from Tampa to here because that Fall Mayhem series will be kicking off. And there'll be another meetup game over here at the Lodge.
Nice.
5 calls. 7 checks.
Are you going to be Instagramming and vlogging your Cambodia experience?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to be following. Extra special. I always follow, but I'm.
Stay tuned. Cambodian poker adventures to come. Think about coming out in October. Will I meet Andrew and Brad? Probably. I'm not sure I have my October dates set in stone just yet, but decent chance.
7 goes all in.
We got an all-in situation. Valley finds top pair with a pair of 4s somehow.
5 calls.
And nobody has anything, so that's going to work. Much needed chips. When are you just going to move to Texas, Andrew? Good question. Fair question. We should have a place here. Stop giving all these hotels so much money, but that's all right. Support the local economy.
I mean, you know, it's. I know you love Vegas, but you know, Austin's a great town. You're becoming. You know all about it now. All the great places to go, and you can't say it's too hot because you live in Vegas.
Absolutely. I have no excuse, really. Poker's better.
You got a little business here.
Yeah.
No, I understand. You know, it's. Now, is the WPT home offices in Vegas?
No, I think it's technically Los Angeles.
Okay.
I think they're in LA.
Okay.
Margarita says grilled cheese, $6.
Makes sense.
Turkey sandwich, $8. It's educated guess.
I'll bet against it.
Over to Skull Mike with Ace Rag again.
Yep, on the button this time. Going to be worth a raise for sure. No craps tables here. That's correct, Doremo 50. But that is for the best, I would say, because if you want to gamble, you're going to have to find yourself a poker game. Perhaps a little pot limit Omaha is your speed.
Dev Patel, actually, this July is the hottest July on record in Austin. Been 120 days, over 100 degrees, so pretty hot. But the Lodge is good air conditioning. Valley Nicho all in 32.8 with King Queen. Skull Mike actually has the best of it here, but it's going to be a tough call for about a quarter of Skull's chips.
Yeah, second time this has happened where he has opened a raggedy ace and got jammed on. This one's probably a little bit closer since Valley can have a lot of hands like this. Still a decent chunk, like you said, Rick. Blinds are going up. 2K big blind now.
Chewing that gum.
I think it's going to be slightly too many big blinds would be my guess.
Makes the fold. I get it, enemy fleet. South Texas, it gets hot too. But Austin, 105, 106. It's been hot. I like the heat. Obviously, the Lakes don't like it too much because they're, the problem with the Lakes in Austin is some of these sometime islands pop up that when the lake goes down, and these boats who normally speed across certain parts of the lake have to be real careful because now there's an island where there wasn't an island before. So, but I like the heat.
Trust me, it's better than the aforementioned Michigan weather.
Yes.
Although you've seen some crazy stuff in the winter times down in Texas recently, haven't you?
Yes, that's true.
Who knows? Who knows what's going on out there in the world? Somebody had a question. Andrew, what tour do you like better and why? I'm not sure what you mean there, Trey. What tour do you like better? What do you think he means there? World Poker Tour versus something other? Some other tour?
I don't know.
Valley finding some shovable hands here. This time pocket nines over a 6K open. Andy lets the king queen go real quick. Chad says, could make a lot of hands with this jack 10 suited. Could make a straight, could make a flush. He's going to let it go. Andrew, I'm originally from Detroit. Shout out to Enemy Fleet.
Yep.
WPT versus WSOP. To be honest, I've never really gone on the tour for either of those brands. But yeah, I'm super excited to start hitting a bunch of these WPT stops. I feel like the WPT tour is a little bit more prolific when it comes to the international stops. So there's a bunch of places that I've never been to that I'm looking forward to going to. Cambodia, I've never been to Australia, I'll get to go there. Some other ones, they go to India. I think I'll be missing that one this year, but maybe next year I'll get to go to that. They go to Japan a couple of times. Never been to Japan. So some pretty cool trips, destinations.
That
I'm
is
looking
pretty
forward to.
cool.
And yeah, like I was saying, I'm definitely a fan of the brand and the people that are part of the WPT team. It's been around. Obviously, WSOP has been around a long time, but so has WPT. They were one of the first to bring poker to television, and they've been a fan favorite for so long. There's never really been a situation where a lot of people were like unhappy with them. It's just been great.
I remember it started. It's just kind of a one off, like on the Travel Channel or something. It was just weird kind of thing that just took off.
Yeah.
2 pair now for Andy, and originally it was just going to be a one show. Just basically showing poker, and yeah, it really is great. I know they are competitors, WSOP, World Poker. I don't think anybody really views them as like really competitors. I think it's more like divisions. Like in the NBA, you have an Eastern and a Western division. I don't view it as one's trying to put the other out of business. I think it's all good for everybody.
Blinds 1,000, 2,000. Paulo under the gun with the Jack 8 suited. See, I don't have the patience. I'd just be in there. Two gapper, suited, under the gun, I'm in. Skull Mike thinking about keeping his foot on the gas here. This is definitely aggro. Queen 7 off suit from the +2 position.
Raised to 4,500. Folds around. See if anybody has something.
No. Take it down, Mike.
You're ahead. Just kidding.
Went to Japan in 2019, but no poker when we went. Yeah, I think there's 2 stops. One in Osaka and I think one in Tokyo.
Nice.
Small B flight.
I wonder if there's going to be one in Korea. My wife, after Italy, that's the next trip, she said. So she's just intensely interested in the Korean culture.
So my flight back from Cambodia has an 11-hour layover in Seoul.
Oh,
South
really?
Korea. Yeah. So if anyone is watching this from Seoul and would like to show me around for an afternoon,
very nice.
Slide on in. Nick all in with the pocket sixes for about 20 bigs. Gets it through.
Trey Larson, yes, there are a minimum of 2 tournaments every day at the lodge. You can check all of it out at the, on the website, but unless it's a tournament series, could be more than that. So if you're coming in for the Mayhem series in September, chances are there'll be more than 2 tournaments each day because they'll keep the same regular schedule and then add the events. Ragnar, she is a fan of K-pop. I spent more money than I ever have on tickets for her to go see BTS in L.A. Couldn't believe how much the tickets were. And I've seen some big sporting events, some Final Fours, some, NCAA championship games. But no, I spent more money on her tickets to BTS, but she's worth it.
Where was that at?
In L.A. at the, what's the new, where the Rams play?
Okay.
Somebody in chat will tell me. Beautiful stadium, but.
You guys both went?
No. I was going to, come on. I'm a 56-year-old guy going to BTS. I thank God her sister, I paid for her sister to go with her.
Right on.
I couldn't do it.
You might have loved it. You never know.
I may. I mean, I like some of their music, but she's like intense. 974. They call it the Army. The fans of BTS are known as the Army.
Yeah. Are they basically like the biggest act in the world right now?
I believe they are. I mean, it's ridiculous how, but
I couldn't tell you the name of a song. Could you? That they do?
Smooth Like Butter. Remember that was on every commercial that you were watching.
I'm sure if I heard it,
yeah,
I recognize it.
But yeah, she knows them all. 9s for Billy. Valley looking for an ace. SoFi Stadium. Thank you, Poker Chat Pro. Beautiful stadium. Yoda says smooth like butter. There you go.
Valley barreling here. Not going to work versus top pair of Billy.
It's another 4.
$29,000 left. Billy only has 22,000, and there's 54K. He's going to wave the white flag. Billy's going to show it down. Is this attorney? This is Hill Billy. Monthly monster tournament here at the Lodge in Round Rock, Texas. 500K guaranteed prize pool. Someone's going to win a bunch of money. You make the final table of this thing, you're going to be a happy camper.
The answer to that question, Mixon, is yes, they were more than what Skull paid to watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup. Can you believe that? Could you? I mean...
I got a steakhouse recommendation. I'm not sure where exactly this is. Floridaville. The Oriental Hotel.
Huh.
Pocket nines coming in for a raise. 5,500 to go.
Cameron, this is not the final table of this tournament. This is just Flight A feature table. Flight Day 1A of 8 Day 1 flights. So very early in this tournament, just a feature table.
Skull Mike has a very defendable hand here. Coin flip heading to the flop here. Two diamonds. Skull Mike pulls into the lead on this flop. 55% here with 2 overs and a flush draw. He's going to realize some equity. And there's the flush. 7 of diamonds. Life is good for Skull Mike on this table. Billy without a diamond, but it's a pretty small wager. He's going to feel like he's beating a lot of hands. Mike will be assembling a bet here shortly, and Billy's going to have a little bit of a decision now, depending on the sizing. How much can I extract? You got a pretty quick call from Billy there on the turn. Looks like he's going pretty big. Just about pot size bet. 23,000. Definitely not the best price that you could ask for Billy. Pocket nines, ace high board, no flush blockers, block straights. Not sure how relevant that is. You don't love it. You can have a lot of better hands in this spot that you can choose to call down with. Just depends if you think Skull Mike is getting out of line here. It's never fun when you're in a tough spot on a live stream, you know? You just want easy spots all day. Just win all the money, look like a genius.
Billy's from a little town 60 miles away called Lampasas, Texas.
Lampasas. I've never been there. Makes the fold. Skull Mike went for a lot of value there, but unfortunately couldn't get it for him. But does collect some more chips. Pretty smooth sailing for Skull Mike on this feature table.
He has. He's ever since he hit the set of fours right before the break, he is really chipped up. Yeah, friend sent us some big league chew because, you know, we call the pink chips bubble gum. So somebody sent us some bubble gum.
Right. I'll take one of these for later.
Yes,
Probably
take two.
Probably not good to chew bubble gum on commentary duties.
So it looks like, folks, they are going to go. We will be on for another 33 minutes. So there you go.
All right, 33 minutes of joy here. Ace King suited from under the gun. What does Mike have this time? Just a 10-7 offsuit. All right, let it go, Mike. Let it go. You don't have to be all intimidating. Let it go. Just gotta give him a little stare down just to like strike a little bit of fear in him.
So intimidating on the table.
There's an all-in from Valley with the ace-jack. He's run into the ace-king suited, though.
Chase. Big Slick versus ace-jack.
Looking for a jack. 1 out of 4 times he will find victory. And there's top 2 for Valley. 2 hearts, though.
Ooh, royal flush
this is
draw.
still damn near a coin flip. 48%.
Queen of Hearts?
Wow,
Spoke City.
Still live with the Queen of Hearts, though, right?
Playing with the Queen of Hearts. Doesn't come. Boat wins for Valley.
All right, not just 1, but 2 jacks come to the rescue for Valley. He finds a double up here.
I guess an ace.
Water go down the wrong pipe. That Bob was
No,
That
ace
would
would have been a chop.
That would chop, yeah. You're right.
That's it.
Jason, you gave us the bubble gum. You didn't put a card in there. When we get gifts from people, it's usually something was said. If it was you, Jason Lenny, thank you so much for the very nice gift. It's one of the few non-alcoholic gifts that we get. For some reason, they think me and Skull are alcoholics. We get bottles of, I mean, hey, we never look a gift horse in the mouth. But I like getting a bucket of big league chewing gum from Jason Lenny. Thank you so much.
Where does that phrase come from?
How you doing?
What's that?
Gift horse in the mouth.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure Poker Chat Pro, who tells all,
Got it in. Ace King against Ace Jack.
will let us know. Where did looking at gift horse in its mouth? I'm sure something in the Old West.
Ace King again. This time for Chad.
Thank you, Jason, for the gift.
Blinds have gone up to 1,503K, so this is less than 20 bigs. We've got a call from Chase, who is on a less than 2 big blind stack. So he's got a call with any 2 cards here. You got the ante in the middle that he had to pay, and the big blind. And the small blind is in there, so he's got 2 live cards. Could be worse here with this Jack 5. He's going to look for a double, and then a double, and then a double.
Gotta be more specific.
5 of spades.
There's the ace.
That is down to 5% now for Chase. That is dead.
That's it.
All right, guys.
All right, Chase. I was just about to say, we haven't seen too many eliminations on this table. We've seen a lot of short stack double ups, but couldn't find the run good with that Ace King versus Ace Jack, and then could not find the equivalent jacks on the subsequent hand. So we lose Chase. GG, sir.
George Steele, who I feel would know this, he says, you don't check the age of a horse given as a gift, so you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I guess you look at the age of a horse, you can tell by his teeth. So makes sense. You don't check the age of a horse given as a gift. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. George Steele, that makes about as much sense as anything else that anybody else would say. I'm going with that. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds legit to me.
And very well explained. George Steele.
A gift horse.
In his 80th year. Yes.
1 fold, 2 and 3 fold.
George Steele, would you ever consider coming to the lodge? Let us know. If you do, I would love to meet you. Nick, go ahead.
We got an all in from Nick in the hijack with King 10 off suit. Queen Jack finds the mucks. Pocket queens for Andy. He is snapping there, but he is on the ultra short. No, he's got 38. Got 38K. But
the ladies.
He will be short if he loses this one. So far, so good.
Yep. Needs some help. Running clubs, maybe? Nope. A king or an ace.
Max Payne.
Oh my God!
Oh, God.
King of Hearts.
41-3.
Just in time. Nick finds the double there with a King 10 offsuit into the ladies. And as mentioned, Andy will now be on the ultra short stack. My fellow Michigander.
Want to thank Elizabeth and Mickey today for running cameras and the GFX, the action tracker, and of course, Maestro Matt Sweeney, who loves his name, by the way, Maestro Matt Sweeney, his nickname. I knew Poker Chat Pro would come with the explanation. We already got it. Thank you from Mr. Steele. He gave us the exact definition. We appreciate it, though, Poker Chat Pro. You are our resident explainer.
Do you guys love it when someone just open rips into you and you look down at pocket queens and you just lose?
Oh my, that was brutal. Ace or a king, and ace. Ugh. A king comes. Also want to thank the dealers who dealt today. We get a lot of help, you know. We get to be fortunate enough to be the voices on the show, but there's so much behind us to make it a great show. Here's Jax for the Jiggities from Nick.
Mick Deasy in seat 7. We have a raise to 9,000 seat 4.
Pat, we're playing down to 9 players on the first flight because they had 68 runners. They're playing down to 9 tonight.
Tony Hawk NBC says, "What's up, Rick? Who is in the bunker with you? I just got here."
Tony Hawk, you're listening to the dulcet tones of Andrew Neeme.
Nick gets rewarded after shoving with the King 10 offsuit and sucking out. Picks up the Jiggities the very next hand. Raise and take it.
Damage the king did last hand.
King 8.
I'm sorry, was it McDeasy?
936 in the chat. We really didn't have an overtime number because we knew we were going for a certain point. Let me see how many likes we got. If you get a chance, subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. We don't ask for much. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps us out a lot. 255 likes today. 73.2 thousand subscribers on our race to 100K. Don't know what we're going to do when we hit 100K, but we're going to have some fun.
142.5 for seat.
Pat F might fire a bullet tomorrow. Do it, Pat F. Do it. If this guy Skull Mike can run up a stack, so can you, Pat. Look at that Millionaire Mayhem graphic. Look at it. Fall series. 1.5 million guaranteed. September 6th to the 19th. We're going to have a meetup game just at the start of that. And in the meantime, if you want to play on the Lodge Live, reach out to that Skull Mike guy.
Also, do you want any shirts that aren't tie-dye?
10-9 suited under the gun for Pablo. Looks pretty. Looks raisable. Limpable, I suppose.
Drug dealers do.
Oh, yeah.
Skull Mike with Queen Jack offsuit. Maybe he wants to punish this limper. Try and isolate.
Skull Mike always looking menacing at the poker table.
5 raises to 10,000.
Indeed, he does want to isolate. Raises up to 10K.
Queen Jack off.
Pocket Nine's making another appearance. We got an all-in situation here. And Ace-King suited right behind him. That's going to find all the chips going into the middle.
Russell just kind of joined us.
Yeah, we got 2 new participants on this table. There is another snap all-in. Pocket Queens.
Billy with the ladies.
Look at this hand.
Lampasses Billy.
Pablo should be pretty thankful he lived in here now.
Pablo, this is not the hand for you.
I wouldn't think so. Nope. Skulls out of there, and we got a 3-way all-in.
25.6.
Wow. Somebody's going to have a hunk of chips after this.
Yeah, 157,000 in the middle here.
And 25.6.
I already saw a 9 out, so we can't really do a sandwich bet. Pablo folded a 9. But who do you think's going to come out on top, Andrew? Not for a sandwich, just for giggles.
I'll take the Ace-King suited here.
All right.
I'll go with the 40%.
I'll go with the ladies. On a limb.
Here we go.
Here comes the flop. Deuce 3-5, couple of hearts, nobody with a heart. Wheel draw now for Russell. Another 5-ball. So
Queens are safe so far.
And the queens, the ladies.
Double elimination. We're going to lose Valley Nicho. We're going to lose Russell, who joined us for approximately 7 seconds on this live stream.
We hardly knew you.
Hope he enjoyed his experience playing under the lights.
You know, we had a player play recently, Ricky, who came to the lodge to play on a live stream, literally played 3 hands on a live stream and was busted. And it was a very sad situation. But he came back, and he did well.
That's good.
Skull Mike getting some love in the chat. He's actually in chat. They're on break. Skull looking for the birthday run. People are killing him for chewing that bubble gum on the table. Just Mr. Lenny gave the bubble gum gift. Thank you, Mr. Lenny. Yes, folks. Saturday, watch the stream. We'll all sing happy birthday to Skull Mike, 35 years young. Over to Skull Mike with King 5 suited.
Oh, he lets this one go. Surprised.
Yes.
Takes a rare hand off.
One fold, 2 calls, that's
Pablo and Billy. Billy with a newly found 160K stack.
Look at that.
Queen 6-8. And Billy's going to... It's always nice to knock 2 players out and all of a sudden become close to chip leader.
Yeah, he had that hand where he had pocket 9s versus the flush of Skull Mike. Made a good decision on the river to let that hand go and gets rewarded. A few hands later, knocks out 2 players. Table chip leader now.
I want to thank both Krista and Nancy today for being our dealers. They do a fine job. It's not the easiest thing to be a stream dealer. The cards are a little different. They're a little thicker, a little harder to shuffle and deal, and you're under the lights, which adds an... So they do a fine job.
Yep.
Interesting shirt next to Skull Mike. Did he make that? Was he painting? And interesting shirt. Skull Mike with Ace Queen.
6 and 9 fold.
You got to keep your fashion game on point when you're getting commentated on by Slick Rick.
Hey, as long as I'm behind the camera, nobody has to see what I wear. I like that shirt actually. I like a tie-dye.
What's this 65K? That can't be accurate. That looks like a 7K open actually.
Yeah. A little wrong on the graphics, but Skull Mike is going to take that one down.
Sure, sorry. Oh, okay, sure. What? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Slick Rick and Andrew Neeme for another 25 minutes or so, playing the monthly monster, William McKay. How you doing? Always good to see William McKay in the chat. Danny Fenton said he would wear that shirt. So would I. I was just joshing with him. I like the tie-dye.
6 folds, 9 folds.
We used to play a lot though back in the day, like merge and stuff. You still play online? Initiate or Bovada? I play more.
Ace King offsuit on the button. 5-4 suited. Lets it go.
Yeah, there's going to be enough.
10-7 suited, I think, is worth the defend here.
Skull Mike going to defend. 7-10 suited versus Big Slick. Let's see if the horseshoe is still there for Skull Mike. Doesn't look like it this hand.
No.
Top 2 for Pablo. Skull Mike exit stage left. He's going to check. Bet, fold. Skull Mike will look around like he's going to make a call.
Yep. Strike a little bit of that fear. Not exactly fearful on this hand is Pablo with the top 2 pair. Nothing going on there for Scully.
There you go.
Pablo's had a couple hands where he didn't get as much action as he would have liked. He had pocket aces once and flop top set. I believe that was Pablo. Didn't get any action on that flop.
Yes, Yoda, it's with D, not the other. You're right. Those are the names of the flip-flops that I ordered from that I found online. Very comfortable, by the way.
You survive the day, you're going to text mom of the week. Sure. I can validate my career choices if I make day 2.
9 goes all in.
All in moment for Andy.
Finds a good hand to get him in with.
Pablo with 8-9 suited. He's been very active today.
Yeah, he's going to call here. Why not?
Thank you, Cecil. Very nice of you to say that. We appreciate it.
We get our first look at Nick here, I think. First hand that he's played. Sorry, McDeasy.
McDeasy.
Correct.
He's got pretty good chips for himself. He's got 133K in his stack.
2 diamonds on the flop.
Both of these players with diamonds.
Yes, diamond would be Action City here. Ooh, red. Pair of 8s now for Pablo.
Surprised Pablo didn't stab there. With top pair, you want to push out a hand.
There's the diamond. Let's see what happens here, Andrew.
Both players making a flush. Let's see if we just see a call or a raise. I'd not be surprised to see a raise, but it looks like a pretty quick call.
3 calls.
Wow.
Showing up flush.
Out-pipped.
18-5.
And we're going to wave goodbye to Andy. He is eliminated. And McDeasy, always nice to win flush versus flush when you just out-pipped him.
9.
Lay her down. Keep 9.
Surprised there wasn't a raise there
Encourage you this way.
from Pablo.
Yeah, he played that one pretty cautious, especially on the turn. Once you make top pair, seems like it's worth it to just go ahead and put her bet in with top pair plus a flush draw. If your opponent happens to have 2 overcards, might as well just fold them up. But I don't know. Maybe you would have conceded anyway and lost more.
Andy and his Michigan Wolverines hat. Wave goodbye. Good tournament. Good showing for Andy. And this is the first flight, so if you're in the area, flight day 1B started. You could register at 5. You have a long time to register, and the PLO free roll is also tonight. Lots going on at the lodge.
Always. Always lots going on down here. Have we mentioned the 125 PLO? Skull Mike finds ace jack off suit here on the button. Makes the flat call versus the under the gun raise. McDeasy's got a pocket pair too. He's in the small blind, getting a slightly better price. And Chad with the jiggities. Those are all going in. Squeeze all these participants. Could definitely see Chad trying to re-ISO here. He's up against pretty close to the top of his opponent's range, but there's a lot of overcard holdings and even the occasional smaller pair that could be doing this as well. See what he decides. Wouldn't fault him for any of the choices.
Oh, yeah. You're a big blind.
He decides to let it go. All of his opponents behind him have pretty sizable stacks. But you would think that they would put in some extra aggression if they had a better hand.
Count 33 from it. 33.
34. 34-3.
Chad with the jiggities, all in 34-3.
5 folds.
Over to McDeasy, duck hunting. Makes the call.
There's a lot of dead money in there at this point. All the other opponents had to worry about people behind him, see what they were going to do. DZ was closing the action with a lot of dead money in there. A lot of times he's going to be flipping, but not this time.
Queen 5-4. 2 remaining red deuces are available. That's not one.
There's the 7.
Billy folded pocket 7s.
Well, that's a pretty perfect result for Chad. He pushes out the 7s and gets action from a different hand that does not get there.
We're going to need your total chip count, and there's no phones at the stream table or on the rail, so you just,
Can only this one flying instead.
Appreciate it.
You have his Tony's chip count? Okay.
And a new player comes to the stream table.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Welcome, Tony.
Skull Mike, letting him know the rules.
I know, 70, I like Jack 10. Me? Yeah. I mean, I probably would have jammed that too.
Oh, it won't go?
Thank you, Jimmy, for that recommendation.
Okay.
Jimmy Bluffett.
What kind of real player calls that with deuces? That's a legit question, says Applicable Innovations. Yeah, like I was saying, he's the last player. He's closing the action, so he doesn't have anyone else to worry about behind him like the other players do. And there was so much dead money from the initial raise and Skull Mike's call that it wasn't really that much more for the price that you were getting. And a lot of times he's going to be up against Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack suited type of hands like that. And yeah, of course he's going to run into a better pair some percentage of the time. But you make up for those times with the extra dead money in there.
And at the time he had over 180,000 chips.
Yeah.
So he had the chips to play. You know, it was just 30-something thousand to him. So good question though. I can see both sides.
Sure.
Ace, King, Queen, couple of spades.
Six bets, 5,500. 2 folds.
Top pair C-bet takes it down for McDeasy. Collects some of those chips that he just lost. Doing all right. Yeah, I mean, in the tournament, you kind of have to make things happen. You can't just wait for perfect opportunities. Lines are going to be raising. You know, you're on the clock, and you just can't wait forever. You know, in a cash game, when there's tons of action, you can be a little bit more patient. And of course, you don't want to be completely reckless, but kind of up against it, kind of have to take some spots. Otherwise, you just get slowly blinded and anteed out.
So with 10 minutes left after this hand, we will award the most valuable chatter for Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. People look forward to the most valuable chatter award each and every stream. Who will it be today? Skull Mike folds, so does McDeasy.
Do you have some possibilities, some potentials in your mind at this point?
Yes, I do. I have somebody in mind who's been very positive, participated greatly. Just an overall great person today.
3 participants to the flop here.
Oh, trips for Billy.
He fairly excitedly leads right out. Nothing going on for any of the other players.
I played $1 million behind him.
So, the winner of the Most Valuable Chatter Award from across the pond, Mr. Danny Fenton, stand up and take a bow. You are today's Most Valuable Chatter. Speech, speech. Andrew Neme's giving you a standing ovation.
Congratulations, Danny Fenton.
Many have won the award, and congrats to Danny. A loyal viewer gets extra credit for watching it at the time that he watches it. It's not the best, most easy time to watch us. Chris the Cop says congratulations. So does Matthew and Garza 512. See, chat, so. Danny Fenton going old school. There you go. He uses one of my lines. I want to thank you, and most especially you. Extra credit there.
You can't let these lines fade away. You know, you got to keep them going.
You'll have your chance again on Friday and Saturday when we stream again.
Skull Mike getting after it again. King Jack offsuit from under the gun. Nick is going to defend here out of the big. Heads up to a flop.
Ooh, open ender for Nick. Not much for Skull.
Not much, but probably doesn't want to show down at King High here. So if you can get a fold, that's a pretty big win. Nope, decides to take a card off.
Ooh, there it is. Right away. You got to love that when you hit your open ender.
Ooh, he's going to play a little sneaky here. Checks again, trying to get a bet out of Mr. Skull Mike. Let's see.
I think Skull's going to bet something here.
Yeah, the board is pretty connected, pretty wet. It's
Ooh,
just, it's tough because it's a zero equity bluff. There's no good cards when the board is this-connected. You would think your opponent would put out a wager if they were in this region, so I wouldn't have necessarily blamed Skull Mike for a c-bet, a delayed c-bet there. But he's going to lose the minimum here. I assume. Yep.
So this will be the last hand of the stream, hand number 85. Appreciate everybody joining us. Certainly always appreciate having Andrew in the bunker. He's a natural. And check him out on his travels to Cambodia. I can't wait. I just the airline adventure alone is going to be fun to watch.
We'll see. I don't know how they feel about drones over there, but we're going to find out.
Ooh, don't start an international incident. Last hand, folks. McDeasy wakes up with ace-9 offsuit.
6 raises to 7,000.
Danny Fenton says to Paul Edwards, "We love you from Australia." There you go.
1 fold, 2 folds, 3 folds.
That raise under the gun from McDeasy. Ace-9 offsuit.
4 folds.
I think I got to work some more of these offsuit aces into my opening range. This McDeasy guy, he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Skull Mike with a Queen-5 offsuit in the big blind. Let's go.
Lays it down. So any final thoughts, Andrew Neeme, on your latest trip to the lodge.
Another fun one. Played a fun live stream with quite the cast of characters on Monday. We had a pretty enjoyable meetup game where I experienced further swings, going way down, then just about back to even, which is just the way I like it.
Yes.
And had some beers with the folks who stuck around, and got to watch some tournament action and hang out with my buddy Slick Rick. So all around a great trip.
And now you're going to go out to the PLO to put a cherry on top. Hopefully a big win.
Anyone who's around wants to play some PLO, come find me.
Absolutely. For Andrew Neeme, for all the folks who made this stream possible, including Maestro Matt Sweeney and all the folks with the cameras and the action tracker and the dealers, my name is Slick Rick. We will see you in about 45 hours. Thanks so much, folks.
See you guys.